What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. Before I start, I want to say RIP to my uncle, another Queen soldier. Passed away yesterday of lung cancer, and he had COVID-19. So, from what I heard, COVID-19 combined with the lung cancer was just too much for him. So, he passed away. Man, life is short, so you got to always appreciate the times that you have. So, shout out to him, man. And we're gonna still keep the legacy going. That's why we got Queens in the background. We got the bridge in the background. We're gonna still keep Queens going, man. You know, he wasn't living in Queens no more, but he was living down south. But nevertheless, he's still a born and raised Queens native. And it's like that sometimes, man. You know, True G, though, he went out on his own terms, and God bless him, and I'm sure he's in I guess a better place right now, man, it's a lot. Just last year, I lost my grandmother, and when she passed away, that was like that hit me hard. I had a lot of memories that I shared with my grandmother. So, that's something that hit home as well, too, what's up? What up, Sacktown, man? Yeah, long time, man. Long time. What's up, Best Eye? What's going on, man? But nevertheless, man, let me just keep it moving, man. So shout out to them. But let's talk about these moves that the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets made. Okay, so the Lakers getting DeAndre Jordan. They're taking the Brooklyn Nets leftovers. The Brooklyn Nets didn't want DeAndre Jordan no more for the simple fact that they couldn't do really much with him. They got Paul Millsap. They got Okafor inside this trade. And they had a lot of guys developing on that Brooklyn Nets team that he wasn't going to get no playing time anyway. So DeAndre Jordan, no, he wasn't going to get no playing time, so he wanted to take his leave, So they said, hey, instead of just letting this guy walk for nothing, we're going to trade him. So they trade him for Okafor and another good solid piece. I mean, there's no guys that's going to break the bank, but they got themselves a guy that could play at least, score. Okafor is a solid scorer. Not going to move the needle. And the other dude is a good defensive player. I forget his name. I just don't want to, butcher his name. Salute, Zach. Salute, T. Man, long time no see, man. All right, what's up, man? I want to say, man, I want to give all y'all a shout out, man. Everybody that I had, rather it was a good debate with, we had good times talking about sports, debating about sports, man. I really do appreciate all you guys, man. Appreciate all you guys, chopping it up with your boy, man, talking about sports, man. And it's a good thing to talk about, so, yeah, DeAndre Jordan re-up. This is because I don't think LeBron and none of them boys wanted Marc Gasol no more. They wanted DeAndre Jordan. He could catch some lobs from LeBron. So I guess it's a solid pickup for the Lakers, A lot of people say DeAndre Jordan is shot, but I don't think so. I think he has to be on the right team that's going to flourish. And I think the Lakers, with Westbrook and LeBron on the team, will be a good look for DeAndre Jordan, Brooklyn Nets also signed LaMarcus Aldridge. They wanted him last year. He got that health crisis, but he's back and he's on the Brooklyn Nets. I still think the Brooklyn Nets, outside of their big three, look suspect, but I think both of these teams should win just on talent alone. Yeah, you know it, Z. Look at Z repping the bridge, repping the bridge. You know, Brooklyn can't beat the Bucks. I think fully healthy Brooklyn will beat the Bucks. Remember, without them being healthy, it took them 7 games, and they lost PJ Tucker. So the Milwaukee Bucks took a step back, if you ask me. Who's going to stop Kyrie, Kevin Durant, and James Harden if they're on the court playing? Remember, this series looked different when both of those, where that big three was playing. It only looked different when those guys got hurt. We all know why the Bucks won. And it took the Bucks 7 games to beat what you call it, the Nets. It took them 7 games to still do it. He said James Harden is a joker. Oh, man. James Harden never going to escape that narrative, huh? James Harden being the choker. Got some cold ice water, man. That's what I'm drinking. If y'all never know how the bridge look like, that's a little good example. That's how the buildings actually look like, right? We call them the Y because the buildings looked all connected together like a Y. Oh, yeah, Brooklyn's a problem. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt, Sacktown. You think Trae Young is a superstar? I can't label him a superstar yet, but I think he could be on the verge, you know? He said, how is Patty Mills? Yeah, I mean, they got some good shooters, you know, all of that. My thing, when I say suspect, I'm talking about bigs. They still look weak defensively. And you know what? You can't outscore people. Defense, you could make a case cost them the series against the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks only pushed that to 7 games because they played defense. If there was no defense allowed and it was just a shootout, the Nets probably would have won. But yeah, the Nets going to be a problem, of course. I mean, they can win just on talent alone. That is true. Patty Mills is going to be a big boost for them. They got Patty Mills and Joe Harris to shoot those threes, you know. Well, we got to see, man. We got to see. I still give me somebody in that post, you know. Yeah, LaMarcus signed the deal with the Nets today. Him and Paul Millsap are both Brooklyn Nets. You know, the Lakers definitely didn't want Marc Gasol. So DeAndre Jordan, you know, was exactly going to come there. They got the guy that said they was going to look for, you know, because everybody's linked to the Lakers anyway. He said the Nets are the Knicks from the 90s. I don't think so. The Knicks from the 90s didn't have that much star power, man. Knicks didn't have like 3 of the top players in the league. You know? But in other news, Stephen A. Smith said goodbye to Max Kellerman. So we got to see who's going to be the replacement for Max Kellerman. And if you guys been watching One Championship MMA fighting, I watched that just morning. Angela Lee, Denise, what's her name? What's her last name? Sambanga. Okay, she's a Filipino fighter. Angela Lee is, I think, a Singapore or Hawaiian fighter. Then they had another girl that's a Brazilian fighter. She's a good. She gets you in a submission holds, all of that good stuff. You know, those fights are better than some boxing fights that you got going on. Speaking of boxing, Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter from reports are 98%. I don't know how you put a percent on this, but they so-called 98% complete. And the more I think about this fight, the more I see, even if Sean Porter applies the pressure, he's still going to lose. You know, Sean Porter seems to be like a punching bag for guys to use him as a stepping stone just to put on their resume. You know, even if he roughs you up a little bit, he's still going to lose the fight mostly, you know. But watch championship 1 MMA fighting. Angela Lee is the top fighter. She just came off from a couple months off pregnancy, but she's coming back. Her rival is Denise, and they're going to give us the big match. That's like the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather of the MMA for women. You know. Wait, what's the cap? Oh, what's that? You did. Uh-huh. So yeah. But yeah, man, if you get a chance, watch that. You know, if you get a chance, watch that, man. It's called One Championship Fighting. Happy Friday to everybody, man. It's the end of the week. What y'all gonna do for my Labor Day weekend, man? If y'all working, y'all got a 3-day weekend. I got a 3-day weekend. What is everybody doing, man? Everybody gonna have some fun. We got some football. We got some Big 3 basketball. We got we started the week off with the MMA for women's. We got a lot of good sports going on, man. Oh, he got Showtime pin. That's the thing though, T. Even if he put hands on Terrence Crawford, he gonna lose by decision. How many times have Sean Porter put hands on people and still lose the fight by decision? To me, he feels like just a stepping stone, man. He feels like really a stepping stone just to get to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to T, though. Shout out to Hoop Facts. Shout out to AK. Even though he's been talking reckless a little bit, it's still all love, man. Shout out to everybody. Woo, Lomachenko, yes. Yes. Lomachenko, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's going to be a good fight. Lomachenko and Lopez, I got Lopez winning again. Put them hands on him again. Oh, salute, Brandon, Connecticut in the house. What up, man? What's up, CT, Connecticut, man? Shout out to all of y'all, man. You know, lost, man, these last 2 years, man, I lost my grandmother, lost my uncle. So, you know, this whole COVID thing, man, it's crazy. You know, I don't think my grandmother passed away from COVID. She just had this health issues. But my uncle passed away from COVID. My uncle passed away from COVID that had lung cancer. And this was yesterday. You know, so shout out to him. Salute to another Queens warrior, man. But you know what? I'm still here rapping. I'm still here putting the bridge on my back. I got the burrow on my back. I got Queensboro on my back. You know? All day, every day, man. I gotta represent. I gotta represent. You know? You in the Ozarks. You know? Yeah, man. Thanks, G Money. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. You know? But yeah, man, they add 2 of these teams added to their super team roster. Who did the better job, so to speak? So shout out to BK. Shout out to Hoop Facts. Man, I got so many lens. I'm putting them up for sale now. End up wasting money on buying lens. Now I love shooting video and taking pics on my M50 camera. Now I'm find myself about to sell all my lens, but I'm going to keep my Sigma lens. That's about it. You know, if you seen some of my videos, some of them been shooted in that direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's up, Prince? How's it going, brother?
What's up, man? What's up, Mr. Red Pill? What it do, man?
Nah, man, I'm just chilling. I mean, I just got off work and stuff. So, like, I mean, I came to support you and just, to hop on your channel and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it, man.
Hey,
But
what's the
yeah,
topic
man.
for today? Hey, what's the topic today, my man?
Oh man, we talking Lakers and Nets upgrade to their roster. I don't know if you know, but the Lakers pick up Deandre Jordan, and the Brooklyn Nets they pick up
Right.
Jamel Okafor, and this other dude I can't pronounce his name, but he's a good defensive player. You know,
Is it the guy from Detroit?
yeah, they trade him to Detroit. Then Detroit bought out DeAndre Jordan.
Oh,
So the
really?
Lakers and the Nets both made increases to their roster.
Oh, is it the? Oh man! Oh my God! I forgot the freaking the Detroit the guy's name. I think it's the Sekou Doumbia, right? Is that the small forward guy's name?
Yeah. That's his name.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, that was a good pickup right there. I'm not gonna lie on that for the Nets. I mean,
Yeah,
that was a
man.
good pickup.
They add that with Patty Mills and all them other boys.
James Johnson. Hey, people forget about James Johnson. I mean, that guy's pretty underrated, though, in my opinion. Freaking James Johnson.
Oh
He
yeah.
has that guy's an enforcer.
Oh
That
yeah.
guy's
But what you think about your Lakers? They're gonna get rid of Marc Gasol, so
I don't care
DeAndre
about
Jordan is
Marcus.
gonna
So
be
I'm
that guy.
sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, it's just I don't really care about just Marcus Gasol. I mean, I thought the guy was a fossil on the defensive end, but.
Mm.
But the problem is, just offensively, just I thought he the Marcus Gasol was a good floor spacer and and a good passer. It's just, I mean, the problem is, he doesn't to fit the Lakers system of a freaking just athletic, and just the big man stuff that can block shots, rebound, and just to play defense. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with us, just getting freaking DeAndre Jordan, I mean he fits our system. Just because Frank Vogel likes the, those just athletic centers and stuff that can just rebound, play defense, like what I said. And regarding the Nets, just getting just freaking just Aldridge. I mean, he's a great just offensive player. The problem is he's a liability on the the defensive end. I mean, that freaking guy, in the past, our freaking old center, the Kareem Abdul-Drummond, man, hey, that dude was killing his soul in the paint. He was killing his soul in the paint, but
Man,
yeah.
for a guy to have that name, he should be lucky that he even called that. That should be an honor to be called Hakeem Abdul-Jabbar. I wonder if he knows. Wonder if he knows this when he gets on social media and
Yo,
people actually
Zach, man,
call
I'm
him.
not a Heat fan, dog. Bro, I'm not a Heat fan, dog. Bro, I'm a Jimmy Butler fan.
Okay,
Yeah, but I don't know
but
why he
that
thinks
now
I'm a
that
Heat
you
fan.
are a Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler fan, you do support the Heat though because he's on that team. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm a Lakers fan though, just because. But yeah, I mean, I'm from the area and stuff.
Oh,
I'm from the
okay.
Long Beach area and stuff. But I'm a Jimmy Butler fan and stuff.
Okay.
Just because
It's
just I could totally
Jimmy
the
Butler's a
Wizards.
dog, man. He's a
Yeah, I could
beast.
totally yeah.
Is
Yeah,
he
I
your
mean
favorite player?
yeah, he's my favorite player by far. I mean
Okay.
I mean just it's just the freaking. I mean, it's just just underdog just mentality and stuff. That guy's just just mentally built different. Hey, that dude's a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean the Knicks, man. I mean, you guys need Gasol, or I mean, I mean, like what?
Nah,
What shit?
we good, man. Nah, I
What shipment do
appreciate
you
you giving
guys?
us. I appreciate you giving us all these leftovers, but man, we're good.
Hey,
you
hey,
know,
what's your opinion on Schroeder on the Celtics, man?
yeah, man. But
um,
I think we have a good season. Knicks will do solid for the season, man. But fully healthy, man. I don't see nobody beating the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
not.
Especially in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, fully healthy. I mean, the Nets are like, I mean, their freaking depth's insane. Like, I mean, like they got Patty Mills, which was a very underrated pickup. I was very surprised they picked up Patty Mills, but
Oh yeah.
good for them.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
then the Paul
even
Millsap pickup's okay. The Paul Millsap's okay though. I mean, like,
okay.
yeah,
The
but I
even
mean,
Blake Griffin kind of resurrected his career on the Brooklyn
yeah.
Nets. But it's easy to do that when you're playing with 3 All-Stars. So
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, the Knicks. I mean, like, hey, man, the Knicks. I mean, like they got better, just offensively and stuff. Just I'm hoping like you guys can, just make it to the second round. Like just because just I respect your guys' defense. That defense, it's crazy. Like you guys, like I mean, like just force like the teams and stuff to like just the middle and stuff. Yeah, that freaking Tibbs is a crazy defensive coach. I gotta give him props though. So.
oh
I
yeah,
like the
no question.
defense. Yeah, that Knicks defense, like just I freaking just hope you guys beat freaking Brooklyn for us, especially man, because I'm not really a fan of Brooklyn. So,
Mm.
but I mean, like I respect just Katie's greatness, James Harden's greatness, Kyrie, but
No, yeah.
yeah, but like regarding to like just Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals, I can see like it's probably gonna be like the Heat and the I think it's gonna be the Heat and the Nets, like in the just Eastern Conference Finals. The West, I
Yeah.
don't. I mean, it's gonna be Lakers and probably Warriors if they get Ben Simmons. Yeah, the Warriors get Ben Simmons, they're going to the Western Conference Finals. I'll put it out there.
Word. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, man. But how was your day so far, man? What you gonna do for the weekend, brother? I know you ain't got no school, nothing like that, right? Do you
Ah,
work? If you don't mind me asking.
I do work. Yeah, I do work as a tutor and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So, but
Yeah.
you got a 3-day weekend. You get to chill and relax.
I'm gonna go to the beach and just see some chicas. So.
All right, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, enjoy your weekend, man. It's
Thank you.
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Enjoy that
Yeah.
sunshine, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. What I was about to say is, do you think DeAndre Jordan is still a good fit for the Lakers? I was like, why do you guys really need him? You know,
Um.
you have the White, you got AD. You don't really need DeAndre Jordan. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like for me and stuff, I was like actually, just leaning like, just more like the towards, like the guy from the Clippers. I forgot his name is the Boogie,
Oh yeah.
just because he can space the floor and stuff, and also the guy's like a lot better than Marcus Gasol. Like like I mean, the guy's just young. Yeah, yeah, the guy's a lot just younger than just Marcus Gasol and stuff. But I mean, like with Jordan and stuff. I think that he can just resurrect his career with the Lakers in like in this in this like the small like the spurts and stuff like the 5 to 10 minutes and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, but the problem is he can't really shoot the ball really like the guys just are just rim rolling just the defensive just big man and stuff but
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
like for me and stuff, just I was okay with the pickup, just yeah. I mean, like we're like like us, just getting like the guy from the Nets, like the Jordan stuff. It's just just overkill for us pretty much. But I mean, I'm
Mm.
okay with it. But I mean, like I know like a lot of people out there just just saying, oh yeah, the Lakers are a super team. Well, that's your guys' opinion. If you guys feel that way, go ahead. But the Lakers, like we're gonna show up in the playoffs though. So
Yeah.
the
But I
playoffs
mean, yeah,
matter.
you got here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, that one of the narratives was the Lakers are old, but you do realize old teams or teams in a prime are usually the teams that win championships. It's usually never a young a young team full of babies winning the championship. It never happens.
Yeah, I mean, like the Chicago, just I remember the Chicago Bulls in like the, I think like this was in like the, I think this was like in the 97 to 98 season and stuff. I
Yeah,
think like, yeah, I think just Rodman was like 36 or 37 at that time, still grabbing 16 rebounds. I don't know, how freaking Rodman does that shit. It's just like getting 16 rebounds at freaking 36 years old. I
yeah,
don't know
man. He
how.
has some games. He has some games like that. I mean, it's kind of easy to do that when that's just your sole job. His whole job was just to go in there and get some rebounds and play some
Yeah,
defense.
just
You know.
yeah,
So
just just
when you have a team and you tell somebody, hey, all I need you to do is just this. If you're okay with it, they're gonna do it.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But what's your opinion, like just on the Ben Simmons the situation and stuff? Just where is he going? In
Well,
your
who?
opinion,
What player?
the Ben Simmons, where's he going?
Oh, Ben Simmons. Oh,
Just
that's a good one, man. I got Ben Simmons
yes,
going to the Golden State Warriors.
same here. Yeah, cause I
I
mean,
really
like
think he lands on Golden State because they got all the things to
draft picks.
entice for a trade. They got young players. They got draft picks. They got everything you can ask for. They got all these young, undeveloped players that you could put on a franchise. If you're the 76ers, man, you better take James Wiseman. You could take some Andrew Wiggins. Look into two of those new cats that they just draft in the draft pick. Take one of them or something. Man, you guys want Ben Simmons? Give us some young pieces. Simple.
Yes, sir.
You
Yeah,
know.
but yeah, like regarding a Ben Simmons to the Warriors and stuff, I feel like that defense is gonna be top three in the NBA. Like with like with just Ben Simmons and freaking Draymond Green. Like I mean, like you put Ben Simmons at center, like the small ball five, like yo, like they can switch everything literally. I mean,
Mm.
like yeah,
Oh
but the
yeah.
problem is, I mean, like Ben Simmons wouldn't have to be, just asked to do like the too much and stuff, except just rebound, just play defense and pass. I mean, and just just occasionally just score. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, if the Warriors do get Ben Simmons, I mean, they're gonna be a problem. They could be a problem like in the West specifically, man. Like just because of their defense. I mean, like they just added like another just
Oh yeah.
like another top five like just a defender like in the league and stuff. So
Hell yeah. Oh, let me answer Zach's question. He says, why do we put LeBron James above Kareem? Well, a lot of people don't put LeBron above Kareem. Some people do. And I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. Some of these people are young. They don't know too much about Kareem. That's one. And number two, LeBron's playing style happens to be a little more exciting. He's a perimeter player, so people kind of lash on to that a little more. So it's a bunch of reasons why some people will say that. But for the most part, I was talking to a guy today prior to coming home from work. He said Kareem was the GOAT, and he had Michael at number two. So there are a lot of people that think Kareem is the GOAT. That's why I was saying it's a better debate, Michael Jordan versus Kareem, than Michael Jordan versus LeBron for GOAT talk, if you ask me. Because
hey,
Kareem got a little bit a better resume to match up with Mike's a little more.
hey, I mean freaking Kareem had that just legendary skyhook that just worked just on a consistent basis for about 20 straight years like that skyhook was unstoppable. I mean
Word.
just
Bro,
just being
he perfected that sky hook. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it's just I haven't seen a guy, freaking take a hook shot in a high school game, just when just I was playing. I mean, just shit. I don't really see many guys taking hook shots anymore. I mean, like they're taking these, the boneheaded fadeaways from the corner. I'm like, yo, like they're trying to,
Mm.
just imitate freaking MJ or Kobe or like LeBron. But the
Oh
problem
yeah.
is, it's just like the fadeaways are I mean,
Oh yeah.
geez, yeah, it's like hard to make, especially in a high school game, like fadeaways, like. Yeah, but
Word. But yeah, man. Oh, and Microsoft said Drake is a bum. I don't know, bro. I haven't heard Drake's new album. So if y'all heard it, y'all could tell me. No, I don't really know what's going on with that. I didn't even listen to it yet. Kawhi Leonard was dancing to Drake's new song. But tell Kawhi Leonard to get back on a basketball court then and stop dancing.
Kawhi.
Imagine
Man, I
Kawhi
like
Leonard.
Kawhi and stuff.
Imagine Kawhi Leonard dancing, man. Well, my man Hoop Facts, that's he says Kawhi Leonard's the best player in the league. That's who he got.
Oh my god. Yo, is that the same guy, saying that, just freaking Terrence Mann's an all-star? Oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be Hoop Facts. Yep.
Hey brother, just Hoop Facts, you sound like a freaking just great guy and stuff, but the problem is your statements is a bit biased just because like the Terrence Man is a good player and stuff. It's just like the guy's not at like a freaking just all-star and the superstar level and stuff. It's just like the guy's just a good 6 and 7 man off the bench in my opinion though. I mean, like, you gotta think realistic, but I do respect your opinion. I mean, like, if you want to call him like a freaking Hall of Famer, yeah, call him a Hall of Famer, but I mean, I feel like there's some biasness towards that from his statement. But I mean, like the Bledsoe pickup he said in the past, I didn't agree on it, just because I didn't want to hurt his feelings and kind of say that Bledsoe's a bum. But
no, man, he's the type of guy you could speak openly to. He don't hold grudges or nothing like that. He's a New Yorker like myself. We like raw, uncut talk. Okay, we don't care about certain things. It's not going to offend us. We're not going to lose sleep over, certain things, man. So you can feel free to say, whatever you want when it pertains to sports.
Yeah, that Bledsoe statement was a bit too far, though. I'm not going to cap. It's just the Bledsoe is just a good player. I mean, but the problem is, I don't know, just just if you just looked at this, just the production over the past 5 years, it's been terrible. He didn't help the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, he has some problems come playoff time. That is definitely true.
Yeah. Hey, Gideon, man, that's true right there, man. Yo, I mean, like what I said, I mean, there's a lot of the delusional Clippers fans out there that think the Clippers are gonna make it to the championship, but they're not. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, definitely without no Kawhi Leonard, they ain't going nowhere.
Nah, they're probably gonna fall down I think until the 7 or 8 seed. I'll put it up there.
Okay.
Yeah, they do still have the that. I mean, I forgot the point guard's name. The Reggie Jackson. But yeah, the
Bobby
promise.
Spurter. We
Bobby
call him
Spurter?
Bobby. Yeah, that's his nickname, off a rapper from New York.
I know that rapper's song. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. We call him Bobby Spurter.
So, then they got freaking the Zubak. I mean, the brother from Shrek. I mean, the ogre from Shrek. But they got Zubak. They got Batum.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Batum was a nice pickup for the Clippers last year. I'm not gonna lie on that. Just the Batum. I mean, he really surprised me last year. I thought that dude was a bum, but he really just resurrected his career with the Clippers. I mean.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I thought he was a bum.
I didn't listen to his new freestyle, Zach.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby Spurter got a new freestyle.
Right,
do you think Dame Dollar's the best rapper basketball player?
Shit, probably, man. Probably.
He just may be. I remember his album got shelved by the NBA because it was too hard. Allen Iverson was coming with some gutter street hip hop. Some really bang bang shoot 'em up style hip hop, and the NBA was like, "There's no way you're going to release this album."
Yeah,
they took that off immediately because remember, Allen Iverson was the guy that brought hip hop culture to basketball. Before Allen Iverson, basketball was very clean cut. Guys wearing the suit and tie. Jordan even wasn't hood like that. Allen Iverson came with the tattoos. He was a trendsetter. He came with the tattoos, the cornrows, the do-rags, the hip-hop. He bought a whole...
he got the chains too. Yeah.
He brought a whole new element to basketball. then everybody else just started copying that.
Yeah,
And
the chain
then
and the watch and stuff. Like the freaking old school watches and stuff.
yep. And
Yeah,
David
but
Stern hated that. David
David
Stern, Allen
Stern.
Iverson's the main reason why David Stern put the dress code in.
Really? Well, I didn't know that actually. Like just because like just
Yeah.
shit. I'm a youngin' dog, so I don't really
Hmm.
just know too much about the just early like the 2000s basketball and stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Well, it was the
just
trigger effect because everybody was starting to
okay.
say the NBA was coming too gangster, too hip hop, and people was like, you know what? We don't want rap music mixed with basketball
Yeah,
because
yeah, for sure.
it's toxic to the game, and a lot of people was losing interest in it. And being the fact that David Stern is a businessman,
Yeah,
and a lot of the people buying the tickets happen to be, not being racist here. I'm just being
yeah. It's all
factual
good.
here.
No worries. Yeah,
A lot of the people that bought the tickets happened to be white. So most of the crowd, most of the people you watch that watch basketball games or go to the games paying a lot of money just happen to be
yeah, for
white
sure.
and didn't like that aspect of coming in to
Yeah,
basketball. So
yeah,
they made
yeah.
fun.
But yeah, but yeah, but just so what's your like opinion like just on the PJ Washington the situation and stuff where like he owes
Oh yeah, man.
200K a month. Yeah, I
I
just want to hear your perspective on I would like to discuss and stuff with you
yeah,
and
man.
stuff. So.
I touch on the PJ Washington, almost the same situation with the Dale Curry. I don't know if you saw some of those videos, but yeah, man,
Stephen
it's
Curry looks
NBA
good
play.
though.
They just got to be a little more protective, man. They
Yeah,
just get caught out there, man. And he got bamboozled, he got tricked. You know, it's just
yeah,
he got part of the game, man. He got caught out there. You got
yeah.
to
I
be
mean,
more
like,
smart with your money.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, Prince. Like, just just my like the statement on the, on the on the situation and stuff. It's just, like like the freaking the Brittany Renner man. It's just like like she looks evil, man. Like, bro, I
Yeah.
could tell if like the females are dark and evil, and it's just like
I'm
like with her and
I'm
stuff.
surprised. I'm surprised he didn't caught on. Like you didn't catch on that quick. You know, if she keep constantly asking for money, keep taking your money, you should know something wrong.
Yeah. Well, like a lot of just and well, the female nature and stuff. Like, like it's gonna get worse. Like worse and worse. Like we had like this like the freaking like the Sonia Curry situation, and we had the like the one the Sweetie and the Quavo situation too. But
Yeah,
it's just like like a lot of females like just just these days they want to act masculine now. Like
yeah,
I feel like I mean a lot of these like the females and stuff like they're actually just losing their femininity and stuff. I'm not trying to be like a misogynist, but I'm trying to put my
yeah.
statement
No, no,
out there.
you speaking on some good topics, man. Because
Yeah,
it's definitely changing to a point
yeah.
where some of these guys, Scottie Pippen's the top of the list. They
Oh
looking
my
like
god.
they're looking like simps. I keep making fun of Scottie Pippen because he's a true definition of a simp. And
Yeah,
man, it's just like
yeah, definitely.
utterly disrespect. Oh, how it's just doing him fully dirty. I wouldn't be surprised if dudes like, yo, Pippen, I'm coming to pick up your wife. I have her back home by 12 o'clock.
Damn. Nah,
It's crazy,
no, it's
man.
just like like regarding that statement and stuff. It's just like like what I said and stuff. A lot of these like the females are getting very like just masculine, very full of themselves. Like
Yeah,
like from what from like just from what like just just I noticed and stuff. From like the high school like to like the
yeah.
college right now and stuff. Just I notice more. Just more
Well,
of these females.
it's definitely taking a man out of the relationship, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, and
Now for me and stuff, like just I want the brothers out there.
yeah,
To be just masculine and and
yeah. I mean,
just just be a
I'm
leader.
not saying
Yeah,
neither
be a
group.
leader.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
saying neither group have to be like masculine
yeah,
24/7, but when as a man, you do get obligations. People look at you. People are gonna look at you and judge you different if you're a man compared to a woman. It's just gonna be like that. You can sit there and say if it's fair or not. It don't matter. The reality of the
yeah.
situation is that's how people are going to perceive it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, oh my god, just walking around campus, I see these, just masculine females who look like the Crimson Chin, from Fairly Odd Parents. They be looking manly, man, with these like strong
Hey,
ass faces. I'm just like, damn, like you guys, damn, like you
bro,
guys probably have some testosterone in you,
bro,
man.
bro, I'm glad you brought this up because I was on the bus today
Yes, sir.
and
Yeah.
headed to work, right? So a guy gets on the bus and there's a cross dresser on the bus. All right.
Oh, okay. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
There's a cross dresser on the bus. So the guy, he shoot his shot at this cross dresser. This cross dresser turns him down. Then he goes irate, cursing top of his lungs at this girl. I mean, or man, whatever you want to call it. You know, so he's calling her every name in the book. Diet. You got a a dick between your pants, and you're not even a
Yeah,
real
the fruity
woman.
words, right? The
You
fruity
know,
shit words. Yeah.
everything you could possibly think of, this guy was
Yeah.
harassing and calling this person, right? So finally, the tranny had enough. Took out pepper spray, sprayed it all up in this dude's
Oh
face.
shit! Wait,
You know,
today?
this
Are you serious?
was the day. This was the day
Oh
on the
my
bus.
god!
Spray all up on his face. They stopped the bus. She started going at it with the dude. She wailing on the dude, punching him in the face while he got the spray on his face. So
Yeah.
we stopped the bus. We kicked the dude out. And it got to a point where we had a bunch of fellas lift the dude up, open up the door. We punched him out. And we keep in mind, the bus is not even at the fully bus stop. So we kicked this dude, we kicked this dude out of the bus while the cars are still on the road and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
And he has the pepper face stuff on his face. Luckily, he landed on the concrete on the sidewalk, closed the door, and that was the end of that.
Oh my
But
god!
it was wild,
Yeah.
man. And I didn't even see it. I didn't even thought it was going to come down to that because it's in the morning. I'm tired as hell, man. I'm on the phone. I'm watching a YouTube video, on
Yeah.
video games, something like that. I don't want to be bothered by nobody. So
Yeah.
that happens. I'm like, what the hell? It was crazy, bro. And this man creature looking thing, this bro, this was a man with
Yeah.
muscles and a man voice, but had a wig on the whole 9 yards. Okay. And the minute she or he opens the mouth, it's like, yo, dog, what's up? I fucked you up, man. But you got a wig on, makeup on, and yeah, it's just is.
Nah, it's just Prince. I mean, like it's a small world out there, man. It's a crazy world out there, and
You
and
live
like
in
a lot of
California.
guys.
You live in California. Unfortunately, this is part of seeing
Yeah.
this every day. I lived in New York. We never seen this really. This is like
Yeah.
shocking culture for us.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because that whole, no offense to anybody, and nobody here is part of that, but if somebody's watching or listening, no
Yeah,
offense to the LGB,
yeah.
whatever community.
Yeah, we
I-
love you
I'm
guys. We love
picking on
LGBT here, so
but we don't really have no big communities like that around my neighborhoods in Queens.
oh yeah, for sure.
You would have to go to like certain spots in Manhattan where it's upscale a little bit, but
Oh yeah,
you
definitely.
don't really have that out in the open like LA is. LA, you got dudes walking outside with dresses right in front of you, and you like,
my
what the hell is this? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's
just
crazy.
bizarre. It's just bizarre. From that
Yeah.
and the amount of, unfortunately, the homeless people in California is just
Yeah.
like really crazy, bro. I never seen homeless people sleeping in tents in the city, like the
Yo.
whole block, just rows of people. It's shocking to me because we don't have that in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like regarding the homeless situation and stuff, like, oh man, it's a sad situation and stuff. I mean, like just because of COVID and stuff, I feel like, I mean, like a lot of people are getting, like the kicked out of their homes, and they're like the financial funds are just very, like, just very low and stuff. So it's just sad to see and stuff. But the problem is, I feel like, it's our, like just, it's our the governor has to find some way to like just put the homeless in shelters. The problem is our like the governor, he's a bit of a two-faced idiot. So I don't really want to like just speak too much on politics, but I mean it's just like it's our governor and stuff. Like he hasn't done shit about like our homeless population because like on the freeway and stuff when I'm freaking driving to like
Bro,
the
I don't think he can. I don't
huh?
think he can do nothing really because a lot of these
Yeah,
homeless people are coming from all over the states
yeah,
because
definitely.
it's because of the weather. It's like, hey, if you homeless, LA is a perfect place for you because it doesn't get rain that much. It don't get snow, so you outside to the elements 24/7. They can't do
Oh
that in
yeah,
New York
definitely.
because it's too cold. They're gonna freeze to death. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure and stuff. Yeah, apparently I guess like like the GOP party of like the California stuff like they want to
Yeah.
like just recall the like election apparently and like
Mhm.
well I don't know the candidate like I forgot his name. I think it's the Larry Elder. I think that's his name, right? The Larry Elder is the candidate like that's
Yeah.
gonna just run against Governor Newsom. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like just these politicians have their pros and cons. I
Mm.
mean like they have their flaws and stuff like they're terrible, but I mean, just at the just end of the day. I mean, like we have to just work every day to survive, and we have to go to school to survive. So, I mean, it's kind of that process now. Like despite our like the past president stuff. Obama, Bush, Clinton, and etc.
Oh yeah.
Like just us Americans have to work.
Yeah.
We can't complain about shit. We just can't complain about anything. I mean,
Yeah. This
you
guy
know.
put that work in, man. Hey, yo,
Yeah,
you
man.
know what? You know what was the funniest part about this? After
Yeah,
putting up with like 20 minutes of harassment, you know what was the thing that triggered that person to go off? Is when
yeah.
he questioned what was between her legs. So she was like, "It's none of your business what's between my legs." You know.
Oh my god. Yo, that freaking just LA air is crazy out there. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling
cause
you,
I'm
man.
nearby. Yeah,
And
cause
bro,
I'm near
this is
you in the
not
LA
like
area, man.
this is
Yeah.
not like this is not like the hood or anything. I'm
So
going to Beverly Hills, man.
Oh, it's in Beverly Hills. Oh, the rich area, right?
Yeah, this is Beverly Hills,
Damn,
man.
damn, Prince.
You know.
Damn, they better pay you good out
mm,
there, man, for
so
your
so
like
so.
Yeah,
for your
man.
specific job, man. Like they gotta pay
Word.
you good out there, dog.
You know it. Yo, what's up, G Money?
What's going on?
What's good, brother?
Yeah, yeah. How you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing
Chilling,
good,
man.
man. Hey,
Great.
how about you, brother?
All right, so what you want to cook on, man? You want to touch on this Nets and Lakers, or
Yeah.
what was you talking about in the chat? Going at it with somebody in the chat. I didn't get the full scoop. I'm busy talking.
Oh my
Well,
god.
Samurai keeps saying, "Oh, it's Cap saying that Durant's foot wasn't on the line. The Nets would have won." How's it Cap? If his foot was not on the line, the Nets would have won 110, 109. So how's that Cap? I don't understand that.
Mm.
And also the fact is, the Nets made some good moves. I wish they would have gotten a center that can block shots, but it made some good moves. The
Yeah.
Lakers, I don't understand how DeAndre Jordan's going to fit, but we just have to see how that works out. And
Yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge is coming back, from retirement to join the Nets again.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
LaMarcus, Paul Millsap, he left the Nuggets to join the Nets, so good move for
Yeah.
them. So
Yo,
fully
LaMarcus
healthy,
Aldridge could give you a good 11 to 12 a game.
facts.
Yo.
Yeah.
That just Aldridge move was actually like a freaking great move for the Nets. The guy's a good just post presence. The guys just up and under move is it's pretty
Mhm.
unstoppable, man. That just up and under move has been just with just Arsenal the past the 10 years and stuff. But the Nets, still they're they're just interior defense is not that good.
Exactly.
I've been telling like a lot of people this. If you just just look at their roster, I mean like like they don't really have a shot block.
Right.
Just outside of Claxton.
Mm.
Yeah, outside of Claxton.
So let
Right.
me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this. Since the
Yeah.
Lakers and Nets playing the game of can you top this with I take this player, you take that player, who's been outwitting who? Who's been formatting a better roster so far, the Nets or the Lakers?
Lakers.
Lakers slightly. I say Lakers slightly. They get Melo that can help stretch the floor. Wayne Ellington can stretch the floor. Malik Monk is athletic. Russell Westbrook is going to look to show people that he's more than just a stat pattern. The Lakers made some moves. The Nets made some decent moves. They got Patty Mills who can stretch the floor, can hit the big shot in the playoffs. But the Lakers, to me, make slightly the better moves.
Oh yeah, they need shot blockers specifically. I mean, the Nets, just main like the weakness is that like they don't have any shot blocking big men. Like I mean, like for me and stuff, just if I was the Nets, I would have traded for Miles Turner. Like that would have been a great fit for the Nets, right?
Mm-hmm. Miles Turner, that would be a great move. If they can get Miles Turner, then they still would be more scarier.
Yo, they should have got. I mean, like, oh man, the Nets. I mean, they should have like just like to sign like a guy like Hassan Whiteside. I mean, the guy's on the Jazz for like nothing. I mean, I would have signed Hassan Whiteside if I was the Nets, right? I mean, the guy's still decent. I mean, he's semi decent, but I don't know. I don't know what the Nets were thinking. I guess they want to just go for more like the spacing and stuff. I'm guessing, right? Like more force, like more like the floor spacing 5 out. So.
I think the Nets just want to outscore people. That's the whole reason of.
No, it's not going to work in the playoffs. No, it's not going to work in the playoffs. Like just because the playoffs, I mean, like it's more, like the slow tempo pace, and the defense is tightened up. So you have to realize that. I mean, like the fucking defense is going to win you championships. Trust me.
Defense and offense. You need both defense and offense.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Unless if you're like the freaking you're just 0-4 Pistons and you got like 5 guys that can play defense and that can switch on everything, but
can play defense and can hit the big shot too. Because you also need to score the ball. You can defend all you want, but you also need to score the ball.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Knicks. I mean, like they had that problem just last year. I mean, like your guys' defense was solid. Like the problem is you couldn't score that much offensively though. I mean, like. I mean, like the Hawks. I mean, like they really stopped Randall. Like they game plan to stop Randall. So, yeah, but the Kemba Walker pickup was okay. I mean, like it was cool and stuff. But I mean, like I felt like like you guys could just use a guy like Schroeder. I mean, for the 2-year, $16 million. I'd rather give it that much.
Zach is asking, do I think Trae Young is a superstar? I think he's a budding superstar. He's getting close. I say he's a star. I don't think he's a superstar yet, but he's a budding superstar.
Definitely.
What's your criteria for being a superstar, guys? Both of you.
Consistently showing up at the big moments, carrying your team consistently in the big moments, and also, Trae Young's a great player. Don't get me wrong. Trae Young's a great player. I'm just saying that I'm not just going to just base off one playoff run to say he's a superstar, because who knows? Even though the Hawks could be great next year, this team could slide off the face of the earth this coming season if they're not careful. So that is why I say that we got to pump the brakes a little bit. Remember, we said the same thing about Jimmy Butler in 2020. What happened the following year? He got smacked around by the Bucks. So I don't think he's a superstar. I do think Trae will be a superstar. I just think he's more of a star than a superstar.
Yeah, I gotta agree on that. Yeah, but the Hawks, I mean, for this, just upcoming season, I think, in my opinion, like they're probably gonna be like at least a 4th or 5th seed. Just how about you guys?
Same here. I say 4th seed.
Yeah, but just me and Prince, shit, we discussed the 76ers and I don't know, just what's gonna the freaking just outcome of the 76ers, man. Like they're in a really shitty situation. I mean, they didn't make any, just good, just off-season moves. I mean, that Drummond pickup is okay, but I mean, just what can Drummond do? I mean, the guy can just rebound, right? Yeah, that's all he can do.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, 76 is going to take a step back regardless, because when Ben Simmons go, it's it's not when, it's just. It's not if, it's a matter of when.
When we know what's going to happen. We don't really, let's be honest, we don't really have to wait and see to know he's going to leave. Let's be honest. We all know he's going to be gone. It's a matter of where. It's only going to be 2 teams he's going to go, the Lakers or the Warriors. I don't think he's going to the Clippers. He's not going. I don't think he's going to the Blazers.
You really think he could go to the Lakers?
I'm not saying he will, but there's still a chance. There's a chance. If I had to choose a team, I might say the Warriors.
What would the Lakers possibly? What would you? Okay, let's entertain that for a minute. what would the Lakers have to give up to get Ben Simmons? I don't think Philly is that silly to take
Shit,
all
Westbrook. Shit.
Melo. No, they ain't going to get rid of Westbrook. So what are you going to give? Just those role players? You know,
No,
those
man.
role
No,
players.
that's not gonna work out, Prince. Like that's just not gonna work out. Like,
Exactly.
dude, I think
I don't think
it's not
Ben is going to
possible.
Boston. I don't think that was going to happen. What would Boston have to
Hell
trade
no.
to get Ben?
You know what?
Shit,
Is
they're
Philly
probably gonna
going to
trade
take?
Jaylen
Philly going to
Brown
take
or
Melo?
something.
They're
If
going
you're
to
the
take Melo,
Celtics, if you're that
DeAndre Jordan.
stupid, don't trade Jaylen Brown. I'm not doing that. Jaylen Brown has upside.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown's pretty good.
Mhm.
But
I would not trade Jaylen Brown.
I think there's absolutely no way he goes to the Lakers. Lakers got nothing to offer
No.
Philly.
So it's
I'm
probably the
realistic.
Warriors.
Yeah.
It's probably Golden State to this point. He's not going to Portland.
Oh man.
Dame doesn't want to leave. So I'm saying that if you have to bet your money, bet Ben is going to be in the Golden State uniform. Indiana,
I think so too.
What would the Pacers get to? I'm sorry for interrupting you, Prince.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
But
go ahead.
Zach, what would the Pacers have to give up to get Ben? They would have to give up Malcolm Brogdon. That would be stupid. So it's like, I don't know, man. I just think everything's signed for the Simmons to go to the Warriors.
Yo, man.
And
No,
the
like-
Warriors got everything that the 76ers could use.
Yeah.
You
Man.
can trade Wiggins or Draymond. You can trade either Wiseman or Pascal and maybe a few picks.
Yeah, what's those two other guys they drafted? They had a 7th and 14th draft pick.
Oh, the Kuminga and just Moses Moody, right? Like,
Yeah, those gonna be. They could be solid players. Don't sleep
Yeah.
on them guys. Don't sleep
yeah,
on them.
yeah, but Ben Simmons is. I mean, shit. I would probably trade those young talent for Ben Simmons, like just because I mean, bro, freaking Ben Simmons is a monster on the defensive end, and
Mhm.
like, I mean, the what I said and stuff. It's just like man, if you have freaking Ben Simmons and freaking Draymond protecting the paint, like.
But how would Ben and Draymond work? That's what I don't know if that can work because you need
Offensively, they're going
to
to be limited.
I mean, could it
That's
work?
why I probably trade Draymond
I mean,
because you
shit,
can't
could
have
it work?
both of the same court. You can't have both because here's the thing:
Yeah,
if
that's
you
true.
play a team at the Lakers, you have to score the ball. Klay Thompson is not going to be the same player, so you're going to need to stretch the floor a little bit. So I'm saying that if I were the Warriors, if you get Ben, you might have to get rid of Draymond because they both won't fit because they both can't shoot. So that's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like we know, like the Ben Simmons is a bit, just mental, just weak on the shooting aspect. I mean, like that dude,
Mhm.
like I mean, bro, I saw that Hawks series and it seems like Ben Simmons had a lot of just anxiety, like just going to the free throw line, man. Like that guy didn't look too good. So from what I noticed,
Yeah.
man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Ben's a good player. He can pass, he can defend, athletic, but he can't shoot free throws. And here's the thing. It's going to be tough. I think Ben is going to go to Golden State, but if he and Draymond on the same court, here's the thing. Draymond is not a great free throw shooter himself. I mean, Draymond is a good player, but they both not great at the line. So if the game is close, they can hack either one of them. So that's why I'm saying that you might have to get rid of Draymond Green. You might have to consider if you're the Warriors.
Can you see him going to the Clippers since he wants to go to the California team?
Hell no.
He's not going to the Clippers. I know
Dude.
that's not going to happen. He's not going to a team that's going to be mediocre. Without Kawhi Leonard, trust me, the Clippers won't get Ben Simmons. It's not going to happen.
Dude, there's no way. There's no way the Clippers can get Ben Simmons. I mean, like they're hard cap, right? I mean, like they're hard cap, right?
You would have to get rid of like Reggie Jackson or Nick Batum or Marcus Morris,
Luke Kennard.
That's a lot.
Nah, man, the Clippers are just just overhyped, man. It's just like we got a lot of like the Clippers, freaking like the dick riders out there. It's just like, man, the Clippers. I mean, like they won't.
Bayless. Yeah.
Skip Bayless, and we got
Hoop.
we got Ticket TV. And we got Ticket TV, like hyping the Clippers up. But but I mean the Clippers, man, like they won't ever just win a championship. I mean, like they're like
maybe
a toxic,
in the future, but not right now. In the future, maybe, but right now,
no, they're not. No, they're not. Trust me, they're not going to win a championship in the future. I mean, I highly doubt it. Like just because of their just acquisitions, like bro, like freaking Bledsoe, like just why are like the Clippers fans hyped for that? That was a terrible move.
Do you think the Clippers shot themselves in the foot signing Kawhi and Paul George to those big
Yeah, they shot
contracts?
them in the foot. Sorry, they shot their ass in the foot.
I look at both sides. I would have given them a good deal, but at the same time, I would have had saved some cap money to get like a point guard. If they would have had like a Malcolm Brogdon or a John Wall on this team, the Clippers would fully healthy. The Clippers would be dangerous.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, yeah, the Clippers this year, they're probably like a 7-3 or just 8 seed this year. Not
Or
like
they might even miss the playoffs. Don't be surprised, because here's the thing: Paul George, he will have a good year, but he's going to stay healthy. We have to consider these things. If Paul George is
no.
hurt, the Clippers are screwed.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean like a sleeper team in the West, in my opinion, is probably gonna be that Memphis team, man. Like,
Grizzlies, they have some
hey,
nice
that
young
Memphis team,
talent.
I mean,
Dylan Brooks, John
that
Moran, Kyle Anderson, Desmond Bain,
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams. I mean, they trade away Grayson Allen to the Bucks, but the Grizzlies have some nice young talent, man. They're going to take a next step. Watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that dude Steven Adams actually like fits the Memphis system, just unlike that the big man, just I forgot his name. The
Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah. The Valanciunas didn't really fit the Memphis system, in my opinion. I feel like just Adams is a better fit, just because he's a better defender than the Valanciunas. But yeah,
I thought
but
Valanciunas was all right. I thought he actually played well with the Grizzlies. I mean, he'll help the Pelicans, I guess, but I thought Valanciunas played well with the Grizzlies. If I had to guess where Memphis would be, I'd say like the 7th seed. That's my guess.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh my God. They still have that playing tournament too, right?
Yeah.
I hate the playing tournament. It's annoying, bro. I just don't like it.
That may be staying. Is this the second season that's coming?
And it's 82 games. I mean, the playing was all right, but 82 games and now it's a playing. The good news out of all this, if you're certain NBA teams, at least you end on Sunday, and your season ends on a Sunday, and you get a week off. That's the good news, I guess.
Oh yeah.
If you're 1 through 6, if it's 7, 8, 9, 10, you have to fight harder to make the playoffs. So yeah,
no
definitely.
question. Hey, yo, Red Pill, check this out. Have you ever had this Ubre ice cream, the purple Filipino ice cream?
Hell no.
That was delicious.
Bro,
That
this
is
is good. If you ever near a Filipino store, like a Filipino market, pick up their ice cream. This is only from
All
the
right,
Philippines.
bad for sure.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man, ¿cómo está kayo? Mabuli.
I know what that means. That means how are you? But
Yeah.
yeah, man. So yeah.
Hey, the Gideon, are you Nigerian?
No, I'm African American.
Are you from Ghana or something?
No, I'm from Brooklyn. Actually, my parents were born in Ghana. I'm from Brooklyn, and then I moved to Long Island around 2005.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What about you, man?
Oh, I'm Asian, dog. I'm fucking half Chinese, half Korean. Yeah,
that's great. That's amazing. Wow.
Hey, what to say?
Wait, what?
What happened?
You know what that means in the Ghanaian the freaking language tweet. The tweet language. Yeah, the what to say.
AA?
Now the what to say.
Oh, my name's Gideon.
Oh, that means how are you?
Oh, sorry, my fault.
Well, yeah, that means how are you?
It means AA. I said AA. It means I'm doing fine in Ghanaian. AA means I'm doing fine in Ghanaian.
It's called tweet. I think the language is called the tweet and the Ghana and stuff, but I think it's called tweet. Trey, yeah, it's in dream language.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, X Plus, Trae Young is not trash. Trey's not trash. Trae Young, how's he trash when he carried the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals? And if you can argue if Atlanta didn't suffer injuries with DeAndre Hunter, Trae got hurt too. Cam Reddish, you can argue that they were healthy. They might have made the finals. Trae Young is not overrated, man. He's not trash.
No, man, he's a troll. Hey, man, he's a troll in chat. I've seen this guy before.
Man. Come on,
he ain't a troll. He's just he big on Kyrie Irving, if you know him.
Express. Trae's just a shot jacket. What are you talking about? Trae Young can also pass the ball. He can also dish the rock. Trae Young can give you 10 assists per game. He's not just a shot jacket.
Trae Young didn't even hit his prime yet.
Exactly. Some of these guys just talk out of their ass without thinking.
Hey yo, Prince, you gotta hit the gym. You're just eating that ice cream, dog. I mean, you gotta start playing fitness. Shit, I mean, you're eating good, though.
Yeah, bro. I've been getting out of shape for a hot minute now. I definitely got to hit the gym again, man. You know.
Nah, just sign up for Planet Fitness, man. It's cheap. It's like freaking $10 a month, man.
Hey, man. I'm in
money.
I'm in that sports retire mode, man. I got to get back in shape though.
Hey, just go to the Planet Fitness to save some money and stuff. You know, like it's $10 a month, man. You know, I go there and stuff to like just to work out. You know, just save some money and like just enjoy the the freaking enjoy the sweat. You know, so yeah, but like
I'm gonna get back to the gym. Trust me. You know, it's only
don't go to LA Fitness though. Don't go to LA Fitness, man. There's a bunch of weirdos over there.
Oh, okay.
All right, don't go there. There's a bunch of just naked old guys, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
G Money, you play?
I play. Sometimes I play basketball. Sometimes, like when I have the time, I mostly just watch it. But sometimes, if I have the time, I may play a little bit of hoops.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, I haven't played basketball in like a year, man. Like, shit, it's been so long, bro. I think I might just sign up for like the recreational, just like in my college and like just to see if I can still hoop. Like the problem is, I mean, just my ability, I mean, it doesn't really just to rely on me to be good on the just offensive end. I mean, I'm just got a defensive rebounding. So I think, I mean, I'll be good. I just need to get my conditioning up, dog.
Okay.
So I might just sign up.
Yo, what y'all think about KD co-signing? I guess basically co-signing that Kyrie Irving's better than Steph Curry.
Okay, I look at both sides here. Kyrie, I won't be. Here's the thing. I look at both sides. I think Curry's more talented than Kyrie. But Kyrie is a better ball handler. Both guys are efficient. Both guys are very efficient. Yeah. Curry's a better three-point shooter. Kyrie's a better mid-range shooter.
Salute, gang.
Hoop. I think Curry is better than Kyrie. We have a case with Kyrie. Kyrie's underrated, man.
Oh, okay.
CLB, that shit's fire.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Certified lover boy is fire.
Really? Okay, I gotta check it out, man.
That's fire. Feel me? Yeah, I've been for that shit all day.
Hey, Prince, you be eating good, man.
Hey, man, you know I gotta eat good sometimes, man. Yo, Red Pill, you know hoop facts already. This is the boy.
Yeah, of course I know. He's cool.
He's cool.
Yo, hey man, you gotta get that Korean barbecue, Prince, man. Like, there's some joints in LA.
Everybody talking about that shit. Everybody talking about it. That's crazy.
What, that Drake album?
I need to try stuff. Nah, bro. The fucking Korean barbecue. That too. Everybody's definitely talking about the album.
Y'all gotta try that shit, man. It's all you can eat, man.
You see Kawhi in the video, right?
Dancing and
you
prancing.
Yeah.
I heard about it. Zach told me about it.
I was crying.
You gotta try that Korean barbecue, Prince. I'm telling you, brother.
Yo, Kawhi got a little sense of humor. I didn't know. Yeah, man. But back to KD, co-signing Kyrie Irving is better.
You can make a case. Kyrie has a good case.
Do you think he was just saying that because that's his teammate, or do you think he honestly believes that?
I say both. I say both.
I'll take this phone call.
I mean, listen, Kyrie has a good case to be better. I think Curry is better, but you can make a case for Kyrie.
Yeah, the thing is, Kevin Durant, if you haven't noticed, he always takes shots at Steph Curry for some reason. Now, when they ask him who's his best teammates, he'll leave Steph Curry off the list.
Which is crazy. KD's
he will always take Steph Curry off certain lists.
His opinion is invalid to me. His opinion is invalid because here's why, though. I'm not trying to be a Curry fan, but I'm going to be honest. Steph Curry is a huge reason why you have 2 rings right now. Like, Steph Curry is a huge reason why you have 2 rings. I've seen Steph Curry averaged almost 30 points in 2017 and 18 and help you out. But you're going to tell me that Steph Curry is not one of the best teams you ever played with? That's one of the dumbest things I ever listened to from KD. His opinion is invalid to me, and I can't respect that because I'm not saying Steph Curry is better than KD. I don't think he is. But what I'm saying is that Steph Curry won without you. I don't care if the Cavs had injuries. I don't care. He won without you. You had an opportunity to beat Curry in 2016, being a 3-1, and you gagged. You choked. In Game 6, 10 for 31. Come on, man. You choked in that series. Steph Curry, you know what he did in Game 7 on your ass? 36 points, 7 threes on your ass. So the narrative that Steph Curry is not one of the best players that you ever play with, KD, you sound like an idiot, man. I like KD, but his opinion his opinion to me is invalid. How is Steph Curry not one of the best teammates you ever played with when I see him average almost a triple-double in 2017 finals, and he almost averaged 30 in 2018. I remember in Game 1, he had 29. You know what KD won in that game? 6 of 18 or 19, whatever. Game 2, Curry had 33, hits 9 threes. Game 4, Curry had 37 points and hit 7 threes. So the narrative that Steph Curry is not one of the best teammates KD's ever played with is ridiculous. And that was
you
one
think
of
it's fueled out of jealousy a little bit? What
I
about
think-
you, Hoop?
I mean, of course, he's like the second or third best player he ever played with. I mean, but Kyrie is better than Steph Curry because, like you see, like when Delvin Doe was giving Curry like a hard time.
but that's one
That
game.
would
I'm
never-
not gonna base it. That's
that
one
would-
game.
Like
That was
that
one
would
game,
never
man.
happen with like it's just that would never happen with a player like Kyrie Irving. Like
No
I bet
disrespect,
this
but
thing
Kyrie
about
got
this,
shut down by
I
Eric
don't-
Bledsoe. He shot 29% of Eric Bledsoe. So what are we talking about?
I mean, like man, like Kyrie's just more skilled than Curry.
I agree with that. You can. That's kind of debatable. But I think Steph Curry is more talented than Kyrie. But Kyrie does have better handles. That's it. And better mid range. That's it. Other than that, Curry's a better passer, better rebounder, better scorer, better shooter.
No. Kyrie's a better scorer.
Nah.
Kyrie's
Steph
a better
Curry's
scorer.
30 points many times to Steph Curry. Kyrie is creative, but and that's no. Kyrie got shut down by Eric Bledsoe. Kyrie shot around like 29% versus Milwaukee in 2019. He got shut down that series. Let's be honest. Kyrie is great. Don't get me wrong, but I seen him get shut down by the Bucks in 2019. Steph Curry only had like one bad game against Dellavedova. Other than that, Steph Curry shot almost 50% in the 2015 finals, the last few games of the series. So how did Delly shut him down? It's only like one game. That was it.
Yo, is Iverson better than Steph Curry?
Of course.
G-Money, what about you?
Wait, what?
Is Iverson better than Steph Curry?
Nah, no way. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not better because here's why I say that. AI was great, don't get me wrong, but he's not a better leader. I can't just base off the 0-1 series, like in the 0-1 season. Yes, AI is a great player, but AI had way too many shortcomings. Way too many. I don't care about who he played in the playoffs. I don't give a damn. But he has way too many shortcomings in the playoffs. I'm sorry. Like, AI is a better ball handler, but he's not a better passer, in my opinion. He better scorer subjective. He's a better mid-range shooter, but he's not more efficient. Curry's a better three-point shooter. And I'm sorry, AI, in my opinion at least, is not a better playoff performer. He shoots 40% in the playoffs. He's a great player, don't get me wrong, but I'm sorry. I don't think AI is better than Curry. I'm sorry.
I mean, from my understanding, AI is better than Curry. Curry talent relies on who he has on his team to help him out. AI just straight go just get it. Of course, when you 6 foot and really the only factor that's on your fucking team, you gonna shoot 40%, bro. When you the
but I don't want to hear that.
Scoring,
Steph
when
Curry
you the
didn't
only
have great
scoring
teams that
out.
shot almost 50%. In 2021,
Steph
Klay
Curry,
Thompson was hurt, KD wasn't on the team, and averaged like 30 plus.
right,
So
and
I
he
really
did.
don't want to hear that.
And did he make the playoffs?
It
No.
doesn't matter. He still had an MVP type season.
AI did that. No, bro. No. Bro. You have to make the playoffs, bro. It ain't no.
All right,
Had
so
an
it's
MVP.
all
You
Curry's
can't have an
fault. So way to
MVP.
blame everything on Steph Curry.
Wait, bro. Listen. Wait, listen, bro. You cannot. There's no such thing as having an MVP season if you ain't make the playoffs. Right or wrong, P. Right? That's unheard of. That's not the motherfucking question, right, P? You cannot have an MVP season if you did not make the playoffs. Allen
But
Iverson is better than Steph. Listen, like
That's your
Curry
opinion. I
talent
disagree.
depends on no. Listen, Curry talent depends on who he has on his team. AI shooting 40% because he's 6 foot. He's the only motherfucking scorer that's on his team, and you got niggas hounding him, and he still made a final, still making deep playoff runs, bro. Steph Curry cannot do that. With a team like AI had, Steph Curry is not doing it.
AI couldn't get out the first round after 2001. Like, AI was great. I'm not denying his talent, but saying that Steph Curry only dominates with talent is an idiotic opinion because in 2021, no. Can I talk? Let me talk. In 2021, first of all, it doesn't matter that he didn't make the playoffs because he still gave you 30 plus per game in the season.
It does matter. That
it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
To make the playoffs, bro.
It doesn't mean shit though because you have to consider
make
this
the
too.
playoffs.
Can I talk? I didn't interrupt you when you were talking.
Put up 32, bro,
and it doesn't mean shit because let's look at the facts. If you consider the facts, you may ignore it, but I'm gonna give you facts. Eric Pascal missed 32 games. Wiseman missed 33 games. First of all, when Curry missed 9 games, and first of all, when Steph Curry was in the bench, the Warriors have one of the worst offenses in 5 years. I'm sorry, man. This narrative that Curry only dominates with talent, that doesn't make sense because it really doesn't make sense. Because here's the thing: AI had talent with Carmelo Anthony and couldn't get out the first round. So what are we talking about? I'm sorry, I can't just say AI is better than Curry when he couldn't get out the first round after 2001, and he had Melo in Denver. Steph Curry, he had Klay Thompson, but Klay Thompson is streaky sometimes. And also, I remember in 2013, Klay Thompson was not an all-star, and Curry made the playoffs and was destroying the Denver Nuggets. And also, the fact has been Klay Thompson is not that great of a finals performer, other than maybe 2019. I remember Klay Thompson shot 41% in the 2015 finals. Draymond shot under 40%. Curry averaged almost 30 and won. So technically, Steph Curry's won a championship with Klay Thompson underperforming in the series. You get what I'm saying, P?
mm-hmm.
So the narrative that Steph Curry, can carry a team is an idiotic opinion because you have to look at the facts. Pascal missed 32 games. Wiseman missed 33 games. Curry missed 9 games. If you have a fully healthy Warriors team, even without Klay Thompson, they would have made the playoffs. AI still had a Defensive Player of the Year in the Dikembe Mutombo. You still had a Sixth Man of the Year in Aaron McKee. You had a Head Coach of the Year in Larry Brown. I can't I give him credit for winning, for getting the Lakers from trouble.
Let me ask this on Hoop. Hoop, are you going by, when it comes to Curry and Iverson, are you going by stats, or are you going by the eye test, or you going by like pure heart and determination on the court?
Everything combined, bro. And it's like, man, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like this year, Curry disappointed me.
Like,
you got
that's you.
Like
he didn't disappoint me.
Like the Warriors actually have a decent roster. There's no way in hell they should
I don't think it is, to be honest.
So they have a decent roster when you really look at it.
Nah.
They have Wiggins. You got that left-handed dude, Oubre.
Inconsistent. Oubre's actually gone. He's on the Hornets, by the way. Oubre's on the Hornets, by the way.
They had a decent roster.
Nah.
They got Draymond Green over there.
Average. If they had a decent roster, why were the Warriors 2-7 without Steph? They were not decent.
Ain't no way. So listen, like at the end of the day, Ain't no way he's supposed to let John Morant do him like that. No way.
And it ain't no
You gotta
way
take care of
that.
business.
And it ain't no way that AI should have at least won a playoff series with Carmelo Anthony. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, but that's like 1 year, bro. But
Dude, it was
he
back to
did go
back
to the
seasons.
finals by
Bro, that
himself.
was back to back seasons. 07 and 08. It was back to back seasons, man. You couldn't win the series. Sorry, with Melo. Come on. That was 07 and 08. I'm not gonna put this season on Curry. You can, I'm not. Because to me, Curry's legacy is already cemented. I'm sorry. Because it's like, here's why I say it's cemented. Because
It is
yes,
on Curry. All he had to do was take care of John Morant.
well, so
He
we're not
couldn't-
gonna
he
blame
couldn't do it.
Draymond
John
Green
Morant
for missing a layup. We're not gonna blame Wiggins for not being consistent. Let's just blame everything on Steph Curry calling
Bro,
you. I'm
It's
sorry, man.
always on the road. It's always on the superstar, bro. Like that's how
What are
it
you
goes.
talking about? Klay Thompson is not a superstar. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about it's always on the superstar, bro. That's how it goes.
But
Like,
it
there's
should
no
be on
excuses.
everybody, not just the superstar. It should be
Can you
on
tell him
everybody.
that, Pete? Listen, it's no excuses. Like in a bubble, right? I said, yo, what's Kawhi for, right?
Yep.
That's it. I ain't making
We
no
also
excuses. I
blame
said,
Paul
yo, what's Kawhi
George.
for?
We also blame other players too. Remember when the Clippers were losing to the Mavericks? Did we just blame Kawhi
Listen.
or we blame Paul George and the other team?
But it's mainly on Kawhi. You feel me? But even
But
though
what
it's
does
really
that
not,
mean?
but if you're the superstar, you gotta take that blame, bro. Like that's how
Listen,
it goes.
I'm not giving Steph a
Listen, man,
pass.
like when
I'm
you win,
saying
you get
that
all
I
the
can't
glory.
blame everything on Steph.
Yep.
You're blaming everything on Steph.
It
I'm
is.
not. It
Listen,
isn't on Steph.
John Morant
What about Draymond
outplays
Green?
him, bro.
Wait,
That's
what are you talking about?
unacceptable.
Curry had 39. What are you talking about? How do you outplay him?
John Morant cooked him.
And Curry cooked John Morant.
That's
What's your point?
unacceptable.
So John
That's
Morant's a bum.
unacceptable.
That's what you're telling me? John Morant's some bum now?
Listen,
yeah.
compared to listen, wait. Listen, bro. Compared to a Steph Curry and a do or die to make the playoffs, he's supposed to be a bum. Compared to Steph Curry's talent.
Oh,
Hell yeah, you feel me?
I'm not even
Right
gonna
or wrong.
argue with
Let me
this.
give you a good example, right? Let me give you a good example. That's like Kobe Bryant versus like a J.R. Smith and a do or die.
You're comparing
So who's
Curry
gonna
to
make
Kobe.
the playoffs?
What?
Understand what I'm saying? JR not a bum. But when everything's on the line compared to Kobe Bryant, he's gonna be a bum, right or wrong?
Dude, Kobe Bryant is more skilled than Curry. What are you talking about? Like,
bro,
and John Morant's
giving
better
like
than
an
J.R.
example,
Smith.
bro.
Let's not compare. Okay, Prince, who's better, John Morant or J.R. Smith? Who's better?
John Morant.
So what's who talking about? Like, it's a shitty comparison. Like, no, like Kobe Bryant's a two-way player. Like,
I think Hoop is trying to explain. He say if you're a superstar, you should be dominating that guy, right?
he has 39. What are you saying?
Is that what you're saying, Hoop?
Yeah, like bro, you're supposed to outclass him by any means, bro. Like this shouldn't be even a back and forth. It's not a tennis match.
Oh man, all right. If you want to believe
like
that,
I remember 2014, right? When I think it was 13 or 14. When Tony Parker went against Damian Lillard. Oh my God, Tony Parker outclassed him by far, made him look
I
great.
agree with that. That I agree with, but I agree with that.
That's what's supposed to happen. Listen,
but Dame
this nigga Dame Lillard was an all-star. Wait. Listen, but Dame was an all-star at the time. And the reason why I used the J.R. Smith comparison because like JR is good, but he wasn't an all-star at the time, just like a John Morant.
But Ja's gonna be has more of an all-star caliber than J.R. Smith. It's not a good comparison. Ja Morant is the heart and soul of the Grizzlies. You take Ja away from the Grizzlies, they're an average. I mean, J.R. Smith is a decent player, but Ja Morant's a better passer, better scorer, better athleticism. Like, that's a shitty comparison. And also the fact is this. Yes, Steph Curry could have done more, but I'm not going to put everything on Steph when Draymond Green missed a layup to win the game. Remember that, Prince? The score was tied at 99. He missed a fucking runner. And also the fact that Andrew Wiggins was inconsistent.
Okay, but one thing is for sure. Golden State got to make the playoffs this year.
I agree with that. He should make this year. I agree with that.
Oh, yeah, because they got the seventh and 14th draft pick. I know it's unproven; they're just babies, but I really think those two guys are going to be good. I think they're going to have a good season too, even though they're rookies. And I think James Wiseman is going to get better. If the Warriors mess around and keep him, he could come an all-star.
I agree. James Wiseman's good. He's athletic, can hit the three. He can defend. He just needs to stay healthy.
Oh, yeah.
If he can just stay healthy, then he will be an all-star at least.
Word. Yo, Hoop, what you think of the Brooklyn Nets upgrades?
Man, they say always some stacking and deck shit on there.
Yeah, you know it, man. It's like them and the Lakers are playing like can you top this? Oh, you get this guy? Let me get that guy.
They might as well get Jesus Christ. One of these two teams might as well get Jesus Christ. I'm just being funny because it's like they keep trying, limit competition.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're CP3 right now, you're pissed off at yourself because you could have had a ring. If you would have had a ring right now, this would not really matter to you. Now the fact that you lost, now you have to get past the Lakers, who would have gotten better. Good luck with that. If you're, the good news for Giannis, hey, at least Giannis is already proven. That's good news for him. So, but if you're Jimmy Butler, you're trying to get back to the finals. Now you got to get past that super team in Brooklyn. Good luck with that. Same thing with Joel Embiid. So there's a lot of guys who have a lot to prove. I want to ask you, Prince, what teams do you think have a lot to prove next year?
Ooh, a lot to prove.
A lot.
Believe it or not, one of them is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks because people don't respect them because of that championship they run.
I do.
So, Giannis going to have another MVP season.
Right.
Got to lead his team to the finals again, and I think that will shut everybody up for good. Right. And he got to beat the Brooklyn Nets, like, you know what I'm saying? Brooklyn Nets, of course, because whenever you're on a super team, you got to win.
Right.
Because you're always stuck between a rock and a hard place. So does the Lakers. Let's see who else. Who got the most to prove?
To me, the Utah Jazz. Come on, you got smacked around.
Oh yes, Utah Jazz. I wasn't sold on the Utah Jazz.
I wasn't sold. Me neither. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you always spoke about that. Like,
losing the second round without Kawhi, I can't defend that. Another team has a lot to prove. You can say the Miami Heat. You got Kyle Lowry this offseason, PJ Tucker. This Miami got walloped by Milwaukee. Let's see if the Heat can make some adjustments to get better. You got Bam, Butler, Robinson. They might get rid of Tyler Hero. You never know. So the Heat have no reason not to go far. The Atlanta Hawks have something to prove because, hey, you got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Can you improve on that? Another team that's a lot to prove next year.
Hold on, before you get into that,
right?
The Lakers got DeAndre Jordan. Would you talk DeMarcus Cousins instead?
Yeah, I mean, that's 50-50.
Depends on what you need.
I mean, Boogie would help with their floor spacing, but their defense will be weaker with Boogie.
Yeah.
With Jordan, I mean, he'll help with your defense, but your offense with Jordan is not going to be all that great because he cannot stretch the floor.
Oh, yeah. And it was one of the guys that didn't like him on the team was James Harden. Like, look at that star power. A guy that had no business going to the Brooklyn Nets goes there, and he's calling shots. Now he get DeAndre Jordan kicked off.
Wow.
That's crazy, man. That just goes to show you how much these stars are controlling franchises.
Exactly. People keep saying, oh, these stars are not GMs. Listen, the stars can influence the GM's decision, man.
They're pretty much calling the shots. I mean, the GM is just the name now. Because these players are the ones, I want this guy to make it happen. And they just go out and do it.
Right, man. No, I don't understand. It's crazy. It's crazy. But another team that's a lot to prove. I can't say a lot to prove, but something to prove, I guess, the Denver Nuggets. Can Jamal Murray get healthy? Can Michael Porter be consistent in the playoffs? Can Nikola Jokic, he's a great player, but last year's debacle against the Suns, he got swept out of the playoffs. Can he finally lead his team far? Because remember, they got to the Western Conference Final back in the bubble. Can they get back that far? Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's teams that have a lot to prove.
So yeah.
For like the 76ers, I guess. Let's assume they get Dame. Let's say hypothetically Ben gets traded to Portland, they get Dame. And Portland Can Philadelphia win with Dame and Embiid if they get? Because listen, Ben and Embiid will never win. Let's be honest. As long as Ben Simmons is on the Sixers, they'll never win anything. So
Exactly. I agree with that.
So if you get Dame, let's say they get Damian Lillard. Can Dame finally show us that he can lead a team to a finals as number one option? Can Joel Embiid?
That's a good question. That's a good question. And you bring it up. Who's to say that Dame would be the alpha or the man on that team? That people may still be looking at that like, yo, this is an Embiid's team.
Dame will probably like the 1B or the number 2 option.
Word.
I mean, it should be
that'd be a good combo.
Embiid. It should go through Embiid because they make it. I said if something like that was to happen, like it should go through Embiid first because it'll make it easier for Dame to get higher percentage shots off a double team. That's if Dame know how to play basketball correctly, which I haven't seen him do yet. So
yeah, Dame has a bad shot selection, and he just holds on to the ball a little too long. That's
what I'm saying. He's a great player. We all agree Dame is great, but his shot selection is bad. This is why I say that he shoots bad in the playoffs. He shoots 41% in the playoffs. It's not just his team; it's also the way he plays.
Yeah, the dude be taking half-court threes.
Exactly.
I don't care how much of a good shooter you are. You taking half-court threes, that's a low percentage shot. Guys pulling
when he be up by 20,
you ain't got no damn common sense. You got guys pulling up from half court, acting like that's a normal shot to take.
It's not. Back in the old day, guys like Kobe, AI a little bit. Guys,
I would have got benched if I was on my team and I'm shooting halfway shots in games.
Especially if you're big, because if you shoot that, you may start a run for another team.
Yeah.
By the way, Samurai says that the Bucks may come out the East. I don't know. Milwaukee has a shot, but I don't know about that. I don't think the Bucks win the East this year. Right. I don't see it, man. I mean, yes, the Bucks have some talent, have some good defense, but losing PJ Tucker is going to hurt, and losing Brent Force is going to hurt. And here's the thing: even though Chris Middleton was clutch, is he going to do this again next year? I don't know. Probably not. Drew Holiday is decent, but Drew Holiday is streaky offensively. Listen, I like the Bucks, and Milwaukee's a good team, but let's be honest. If Kevin Durant would have cut his toenail and step back shooting a 3, the Bucks would have lost in the second round. Let's be honest, man.
Yep. Hey, yo, who? What were you taking those half-court threes when you was balling?
Nah.
I was shooting from white line. Yeah, I was, but I wouldn't do it. I swear to God, I swear to my son, yeah. But
hey,
I mean,
man.
like in real games with referees, but like I remember one time I took a bad shot when I was in the 10th grade.
Yeah.
And my coach named Anthony Yard. You can look him up, Google him. His name is Anthony. He fucking cursed me the fuck out. I felt bad all night. I couldn't even sleep. I ain't never shoot a dumbass shot like that again. Like, he don't mind me shooting, but I shot at the wrong time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was supposed to hold the ball because it was at the end of the game. What the fuck are you doing? Hold the ball, like, you know?
Right.
I was just trying to just score. We was playing against Thomas Jefferson, so I was trying to go for. I had 27, and I was trying to get 30.
Damn. All right.
And by the way, we're not sleeping on Giannis. By the way, Samurai, listen, we love Giannis, but Giannis is not being the Bucks. Excuse me, Giannis is not being the Nets by himself.
Like, exactly. He barely beat the Nets without their big 3.
Exactly. And if it wasn't for KD's foot on the line, again, we're not disrespecting Giannis. I respect his ring. I think his ring is valid. But I'm saying is this: if Kevin Durant's foot was not on the line, he goes home in the second round.
Yeah.
And you still have the Miami Heat.
Oh, yeah. And at first, they counted that. They had to review that shot to take that point off.
Exactly. I thought that was a 3. I mean, Samurai, you can believe what you want, but don't put us. You can believe that the Bucks can win the East, but let's not act that they're unbeatable in the East. They're not. Like, you still got the Heat. Even Miami. Kyle Lowry is a champion. PJ Tucker is a champion. Butler led his team to the finals. Bam was on the Heat. They went to the finals. You still got Duncan Robinson that can hit 3s. We're not disrespecting Giannis, man. Giannis is great.
We're not. Yeah, we're not disrespecting Giannis. We just been. This is like one guy getting jumped by 3.
Exactly.
What more you expect him to do? He barely beat KD on his own.
Exactly. And KD dropped 49-point triple-double on his ass. 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists. And by the way, the Nets were down 17 in that game. Without Kyrie, Harden had 5 points and won that game. Again, we're not disrespecting Giannis. Giannis is great. But like I said, he's not being the Nets by himself. He's not being the Nets by himself. Let's stop overhyping the Bucks. The Bucks are good, but come on, they're not the next dynasty. Let's not use that. They're not the next dynasty. Like, Milwaukee is good. Yes, they have good talent. Yes, they have good defense. Yes, Chris Middleton was clutch down stretch. Yes, Drew Holiday made some big plays. Yes, Brook Lopez, looked like the Brooklyn Net Brook Lopez, the New Jersey Net Brook Lopez of himself at times in the playoffs. And yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo is amazing. But I'm sorry. The Bucks,
and out of those big three, the Nets big three makes more sense than the Lakers big three. Lakers big three may have some problems only because Westbrook is on there. Do you suspect Westbrook to change, and he's been playing the same way every single year?
He's not. I hate it when people keep saying, "Oh, players can change." They could change, but they won't. So it's like some players could change, but they won't. I mean,
yo,
like,
listen, man,
Right.
I can't wait. I've been told you guys, I can't wait to see how terrible LeBron James is gonna look this year.
I can't say. I don't know about that. I say he'll be all right. I don't know about terrible. And listen, Giannis,
He may have to fight Westbrook for triple doubles because Westbrook gonna be like, man, you gotta sit down. I gotta get my triple double, dog.
You're both gonna be
we can't win this game without getting my triple double first.
right?
You're both gonna be stat. You got two stat padders, the two number one stat padders in the whole league. The same team, bro. How that's gonna work?
Well, don't tell that to Shannon Sharp. Don't tell that to Bistro. Don't tell that to every Laker fan.
Yeah. LeBron gonna be like, man, I need to catch Kareem. You can't take my points away, Russ. AD gonna be the only guy in there. Be like, what the hell's wrong with these two dudes?
But I will say this: in the future, probably like 3 to 4 years from now, do not be surprised if the Hawks win a championship. 3 to 4 years from now, the Atlanta Hawks have a nice core. In 3 to 4 years from now, Atlanta to me will win a title with John Collins, Trae Young, Clint Capella, Bogey. In 3 to 4 years from now, Atlanta will win a title.
Nah, I don't see it unless they get another piece. First of all, they need a player that's better than Trae Young to do that.
So who should it get though?
Like, nigga, you need a fucking. You're gonna need a Joel Embiid over there, a Kawhi Leonard, because just Trae Young lead them to a finals. Fuck no. You're gonna need somebody that's better than him. You better get a Jason Tatum.
Better get a Jason Tatum.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna leave Boston unless Boston continues to underachieve. I don't think he's gonna leave Boston.
Like,
that's his franchise.
I'm saying, like, you need somebody that's better than Trae Young to be a number one option, so that they could secure a championship.
What do you think?
Trae Young as the number one option is not winning you no championship. Trae Young as the number one option, bro.
I think he can be. I think he can. I'm not saying to win the title this year. I'm not saying that. I think in the future.
I'm just saying the period.
Well, G Money's banking on the fact that Trae Young will be a much more improved superstar in years to come.
That and also Bogey will get better. I think John Collins will get better. I just think they may add another piece off the bench or something.
Look, I mean, I know I feel you. I understand what you're saying, but even if he improves, he's still never going to be good enough to be a number one option on a championship team, bro. That's only certain players that does that.
I think he can be. I believe he can. I mean, he was two wins away from the finals. Again, I know they lost, but let's consider this. Trae Young hurt his ankle in the Bucks series. DeAndre Hunter got hurt and didn't play in the rest of the playoffs, and Cam Reddish went down. I mean, he came back a little bit in the Bucks series, but let's consider this. You can argue if Atlanta were fully healthy, the way Milwaukee can be very streaky sometimes, you can argue that the Hawks may have made the finals. I'm not saying they beat the Suns. I don't think they would have beat the Suns, but they would have had an opportunity. What do you think, Prince?
But
I don't know. Go ahead.
If this bitch ass nigga Ben Simmons would put like he got some common sense. None of that would never even happen. Like,
Word.
none of that would never even happen. But no, Trae Young, nah, I don't see that shit. Like even like Luka, I don't even see Luka winning a championship.
With Dallas, I'm starting to
Unless-
think me not. With the Mavericks, I don't know, man. Like the roster, I don't know. Like with the
Luka's not a
roster,
number one option for y'all.
Luka, I think he
Huh?
is just as the roster, and Luka needs to change his game a little bit. I think Luka needs to be a better, 3-point
He
shooter.
can't play
Yes,
off the ball, and he can't play defense.
True. He needs to play some sort of defense and needs to, like you said, play off the ball. He needs to be a better 3-point shooter. Yeah, he can hit step back threes, but he's not a great 3-point shooter.
Oh yeah. See, the thing with Trae Young.
He don't.
Word. The thing with Trae Young, I don't know. Word. The thing with Trae Young, I don't know if he could be an alpha on the team. That's questionable. I have to see how the years go by if his game develops. But if you notice, a lot of alphas or those elite of elites are guys like Kawhi,
True.
the LeBrons, Kobe, Jordans. They're like 6'6" and up. It's very really rare that we say that a point guard is like a number one option. But he could probably break the mold. Somebody gonna have to do it.
I mean,
I think Donovan Mitchell can because he's athletic, fast, and to play defense. If he chooses to step up his defensive play, I think he's a guard that can.
And shot
I
selection.
think
If he
he's
can
a
work on
guard
shot
that can
selection,
do
the
it.
better.
Like that boy Cole, like that nigga Donovan Mitchell, man. That's he's better than Luka. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
That's subjective.
He's better
That's
than Luka.
subjective.
Like that nigga made the playoffs his first year.
And
Niggas didn't give him no props.
Russ, Melo, and Paul George. Wow, in his first year, he should have won Rookie of the Year.
If Luka would have did that, you know how much the media would have been dick riding him.
Probably a lot.
It's only hype with Luka, bro. It's only hype. I don't buy into the media. Listen, the media create players. The media create narratives. I don't buy in. I know Donovan Mitchell is better than Luka, but the media don't talk about Donovan Mitchell. They're not gonna tell you that. Like even in like NBA 2K. Like even in NBA 2K. His rating is low.
Was the best jazz player of all time.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell is not the best jazz player of all time. He got a long way to go to prove that.
He has won like a championship. If he can win a championship, then probably.
Yeah, but he gonna have to still put in work besides just winning the championship. Let's say they win the championship, let's just speak out loud. Let's say they win the championship. He's not even the best player on the team. I'm just speaking out loud. And he don't get MVP. He gotta have to fill up his resume. You're gonna have to fill your resume up. Those things do count to a certain extent. You gotta have it on your resume. And you got to do it consistently. But I mean, he got time to prove it, But it's a little too early and premature to say he's the best player from the Jazz. That's just media hype.
No, he's the best player on the Jazz now, just not all time.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's the same thing with what you guys was talking about with Trae Young. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he could be a number one option. I got to see. Right now, right. I don't even know if he could be a superstar yet. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to see.
I think he will be. I think the signs are there. But the Devin Booker, Kobe Bryant thing, that annoyed me the most. Look, I like Devin Booker, but he's not Kobe. Like Stephen A was saying, oh, he's the next Kobe. No, he's not. Kobe has better post moves. Kobe's a better mid-range shooter, more athletic.
That was all just media hype. That's why I'm just saying. That's why one of my favorite targets is to go at the media because they got a lot of hidden agenda when they say
their opinions are moronic, invalid, disrespectful. It's like
it's to make money.
To make money, and
a lot of them are shock jocks, so they got to say stupid stuff just to get attention.
I agree. They say dumb stuff. They don't make their research. I mean, come on. I heard one time Skip said that Shaq is the best center of all time. I also heard that he said that Maya Ginobili was better than Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, are you on crack? Also, Max Kellerman said one time that that Kevin Durant at the time wasn't a top 5 player in Golden State, which is ridiculous. He also said one time that Kawhi Leonard was more clutch than Kobe Bryant.
Max Kellerman said Jordan was the GOAT. I made this video on it. He said
Wow.
Jordan was the GOAT only because he was 6'6".
That's one of the that's one of the dumbest reasons I ever heard. You see, this is the reason why.
Nah, I don't think. No, wait. Nah. I mean, like, nah, bro. Like, that's not what he said. He said if Allen Iverson was 6'6", he would be the GOAT.
Yeah, no, but he
Which
said
is
Jordan.
pro-
He said the only reason Jordan is ranked above Allen Iverson is because he was 6'6". So he's implying that
No, I mean, I'm not
he's
gonna say
applying-
that. But what
that's exactly what he was applying, because he's applying the fact that
that nigga bugging.
he bugging. He applying the fact that
Yeah,
Jordan's the
but like,
GOAT.
what I would say,
Look, check this out.
like, I ain't
Before
gonna
you
lie,
say
like-
this, guys, check this out. That's like me saying Kevin Durant's the best player in the world just because he's 7 foot tall.
That's a stupid ass reason.
You know,
I mean, that's really not a stupid
You gotta
reason.
have. You see, if you're gonna have an opinion
That's
on something, you gotta know what you're talking about. You gotta have logical
Like,
reasons.
that's
Don't
really
just
not us. Like, I mean, listen, like, come on, bro. Like, everybody knows the reason why Kevin Durant is so good because he's 7 feet tall and you cannot guard a motherfucker that's 7 feet tall with a jump shot, bro. Like, even though you on him, he's open every time he decides to shoot. Nobody's coming in that. Yo, listen, P. Remember I told you?
Yeah, but
Remember
then
that shot he
let's
shot?
say I understand what you're talking about, but if we talking GOAT, you mean to tell me he's just GOAT just because he's 7 foot and he can shoot? That's
What
it?
does
No, I
President-
ain't say
what
no
does
goal.
Harden do
I never
anything?
said no.
No, not you, but I'm
Not
saying
you, not the Max.
I'm saying that's Max Kellerman's logic. You're just using the guy saying that he's tall for being the best. If you think Michael Jordan's the GOAT, don't you think it's above and beyond just being 6'6"?
And you
Give me
gotta
some
look at
criteria.
resume. You gotta
Nah,
look
I
at
know that.
resume.
Listen,
You gotta look at skill set, not
but
just
but like I agree with the AI scenario. Like if AI was 6'6", he would definitely be a top 3 player of all time. Of course, like that shit would be ridiculous. You know, of course, that's common sense. But Jordan is the GOAT not because he's 6'6". I mean, 6'6" has something to do with it, but it's more of his talent. But
Yeah.
you know, like Kevin Durant, I'll say with Kevin Durant, it's more of his height.
According to Anthony
than his
Edwards from the
talent.
Minnesota Timberwolves, he said Kevin Durant's the greatest player to ever play basketball.
I love Anthony Edwards, but I love you, Anthony Edwards. You're a
And
great player.
you know
but
the
that's
reason
the
why?
best
He's
I've
7
ever heard.
foot and he could do it all. That's his reason. You could look that up.
And I don't really understand that reason. I respect Anthony Edwards, but it's like that doesn't really make sense to me. Look, Durant is great. I think KD is great, but saying that he's a GOAT, I can't. I don't understand that. He's not proved. He's great. KD is great, but he doesn't have the resume to be the GOAT. He would have to like 3-peat or something. He had to like 3-peat, win MVPs to have a chance.
Yep. Which makes no sense. And this is the same. You can look this up. This is the same guy that said if he was 6'6", he'd be Michael Jordan. No.
What? No.
Just because you 6'6" don't mean you're going to play like Michael Jordan, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't understand the logic of some of these guys. It makes no sense. That's the most dumbest thing to say. Oh, I'm tall. That automatically means I'm better than you.
No, it's skill set. Whatever rank KD all time, that's tough, man. I say either probably like top 20-ish, top 25 around that for me.
Bro, I don't know. Like those 2 rings he got, I can't even count those rings because he's on the super team.
I mean,
same thing with LeBron James.
Who facts? Even though them rings look from Gazy, they look fake at the jewelry shop.
Come on, man. You know what's up.
Whatever rank
man.
KD,
You know what's up.
To me, I think KD's a top 20 to top 25. That's what I think. I can't put him top 10. I can't unless Durant like 3-peats or something like that. He's not top 10.
Where you got Kawhi?
Kawhi, man, that's tough. Man,
You got him ahead of KD or you got him behind?
I
KD?
said around KD. I said like around him. Like I said like
in front
around
or
No, it's hard, man. Like these, it's hard because I look at both sides with Kawhi and KD. Kawhi has more accomplishments than KD, in my opinion. He does, but in my belief, KD's slightly more talented. It's tough for me for both of these guys. I say like even.
Look, I could say you see what you just said, like back in the day, right?
Hmm.
Kobe Bryant was better than Tracy McGrady, but Tracy McGrady's more talented than him. Like facts,
Mhm.
crazy, right? Like Tracy McGrady was more talented than Kobe Bryant,
Word.
but only reason why I would go Kawhi because Kawhi got his rings from out the mud, and like I said, man, Kevin Durant and LeBron James didn't prove anything to us.
Yo, you
I
man.
I won't go
Yo,
that far. I hear what you're saying, but I
yo,
disagree.
Like
yo,
back in the
who,
deck, what does that prove?
yo,
I
Yo,
who,
mean, it's not the. I mean, you still have to win it, right? You can stack
who,
the
you
deck
want,
if you
you wouldn't
lose.
even take those KD rings at the pawn shop. You'd be like, yo, this shit turning gold. I mean, this shit turning green.
man, man, listen, I
Where do
don't
I have
want it.
LeBron my top five? I say slightly. For me, I say slightly. So it's hard to rank some of these players. Some of these players is kind of hard. For me, I say LeBron's like top five, but I will say this. This is just me personally. If he wins this championship, I don't care what anyone else says. If he wins this title, he'll be in my top three of all time. If he
Yo,
wins,
P, you see,
Mm.
and that's because the media be manipulating us,
it's
yo. You
not
feel
just
what
the
I'm
media.
saying? For
I
real.
watch how he plays. It's not the media. I watch how he plays. I can't
So,
just say, oh, you won with the super team. Because if we're going by that logic, Magic Johnson won with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He played on a super team. Larry Bird
Those
won with.
weren't super
wait, wait,
teams.
wait, wait.
You
Okay,
don't think
exactly. My
so?
point exactly.
No, that was not a super team. That
No,
team was nobody tucked and pulled them guys from other teams.
But
We like
Kareem did go there. You still have Byron Scott. You still got,
all them guys was 90% of that
been
team
there.
was drafted.
yeah, but Kareem wasn't drafted. So what are we
I know
saying?
Kareem was the only guy
One
not
player.
drafted, but everybody else was drafted to that team. When we talk about super teams, we talking about players from multiple teams,
That's already
superstars from multiple
established.
teams getting pulled, already established, getting pulled from other teams and being on one. You never seen that until now.
I
That's
mean,
never
here's
Jordan and Pippen drafted.
I agree
Larry
with that.
Bird, all them boys drafted. All them boys got developed on their own.
All right, I want to ask you.
And check this out. Even if let's say LeBron does win this year's championship,
Uh-huh.
but it looks suspect, and it looks like the best player on the team is Anthony Davis. You can't. And let's say Anthony Davis wins Finals MVP. You
That's
can't you
that's a good
can't.
one.
Yeah, that still doesn't warrant LeBron being a top five. If you're going to be a top five player all the time, you're going to have to stack your resume. You got to be
That's a
the
good one.
number one reason to why you winning most of the time, because that's the criteria and the bar we set with Michael Jordan. So they got to be the same thing for LeBron James.
I hear you, man, but I also look at his talent. Yes, I know he's won. I mean, 2020, the Lakers were not a super team, but I know
Yeah,
he's won with super teams. But if we're going to use the whole, Magic won with, the Lakers were not a super team, if we're
they
going by that
weren't.
logic, then
They
we got
weren't.
to
If
say
they
Cavs
was,
were a super
look,
team.
if the Lakers were a super team, people have been saying every year, man, look at all these players that these guys got. You know why nobody said that? Because those guys were all drafted and developed on that team. If it'd be a different story if you turn on your TV and you find out Patrick Ewing left the Knicks, Hakeem Olajuwon left the Houston Rockets, Michael Jordan left the Bulls,
Hmm.
and they all went to one team. Then you
All
be
right,
sitting there saying that's an unfair team. You know
okay,
why you be saying that's unfair? Because those three guys are already established all-stars, perennial all-stars,
you still
alphas,
have big game
franchise
James
players.
Worthy. Listen, I get what you're saying, but you still got big game James Worthy. You
James
still got
Worthy was drafted. He could have been a flop.
okay. I want to ask you this question: Were the
That's not an
Kyrie
unfair advantage.
No. Pete, listen. Were the Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, LeBron a super team? Because
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving was drafted by the Cavs too, by the way.
Kyrie Irving was drafted by the Cavs, yes, but that whole team got together when they formed that big three when LeBron went over there.
But
LeBron
LeBron
came
was
back
also
to
drafted by
Cleveland from
Cleveland
another
too.
franchise. LeBron came back to Cleveland from another franchise. Kevin Love was from another franchise.
Same thing with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem was from another franchise.
Kareem was one guy. These guys weren't being taken from multiple teams. The Lakers were an organic team from a draft pick for the most part. That's why people not saying it's unfair, because everybody's just competing.
I never said the Lakers were unfair. I never said that.
No, but a super team is unfair. That's what part of the reason why
Yeah,
people
but
don't
not
like
every super team wins. Here's the thing: not every.
Oh,
super team
I'm
wins.
glad you said that. Not every super team wins, but guess what? They still consistently put themselves in winning situations. They either going to the finals or losing in it, and they're going every single
Not
year.
every super team went to the finals. Example: the 2018 Thunder. You had Paul George, Melo superstar.
That wasn't a super team.
I thought. I think that worked. I think that worked.
No, that wasn't a
because
super
like
team.
Melo ain't make an also team for like 3 years.
Yeah.
After like
But he was still an all-star caliber player. Paul George was still an all-star caliber player. I mean,
You had two guys,
really
Paul George,
cool.
and you had two guys, Paul George and Westbrook.
was
That's
the
not a super
all-star.
team.
Okay,
And Melo wasn't even an all-star no more.
Okay, I want to ask
Yeah,
you:
he
the
wasn't an
2004
all-star
Lakers.
no more.
All right, the 2004 Lakers. You have
No, they
Karl
just washed the fuck
No,
up.
no, listen, it doesn't matter. Malone, former All-Star. Gary Payne.
Former. I'm glad you said that. Former. Because those guys weren't all-stars anymore. I'm talking about guys that's
What year did
perennial
Karl Malone
all-stars.
come into the league, Pete?
That's already good.
Karl Malone come into the league? Wait. I'm gonna kill this whole debate.
Probably like the 80s.
Yeah.
The 80s.
But still, Malone still.
You got listen, bro. You got a nigga that came in the NBA in the motherfucking 80s that's playing in 2004, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I want to ask you, what is 2013 Lakers a super team?
Yeah.
I want to ask you.
What's the next one? What's the next one?
Listen.
That's not funny as hell, though. You got a nigga in the 80s who played in 2004.
No, okay. I'm just trying to tell that not every super team wins or goes to the finals. I want to remember the 2013 Lakers
but that's not a
with
super
Kobe.
team.
But those weren't those teams you describing are not super teams.
Nash was washed the fuck up.
We're starting. You got to start. You want to start this big three super team? It started all from the Miami Heat. Then you can move up, and every big three
was all solidified.
Yep, and all those big threes
top
won.
of the game.
The only one that hasn't won yet is the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers right now.
But one was going to win soon. Let's be honest. One was going to win.
One is going to win soon, yes. But
let's be logical. Like you got to stop overhyping.
Who knows? Maybe both of them win. But ever since this player movement and this whole players jumping on all one team, being buddy, refusing to play against each other, and let's just all come together. They all been winning. Golden State Warriors won. Miami Heat won. Cleveland Cavaliers won. All these big.
But this is a prime example of a super team, G. Like the same thing now with the Lakers. You got Anthony Davis, which is a top 5 player, right?
Yeah.
LeBron James was a top 5 player, not no more. You got this nigga Russell Westbrook is a still active all-star.
True.
Yeah.
He made an all-star team last year. You got 3 active all-stars, superstars that's on the same motherfucking team. They be ODing, bro.
Westbrook didn't make the all-star team last year.
He did.
No. Let me check. No. He didn't make the all-star team last year. No, he was not. He was not an all-star last year. It doesn't matter. He didn't make the all-star team.
And you know the problem with these super teams? It depleting teams. Wait, you just had 2 franchises ready to deplete.
He did, but he was injured,
actually add the one that LeBron depleted. Well, where LeBron was coming from.
Though.
Okay, but you just said Melo. When I brought up the Thunder, you said, "Oh, Melo wasn't an all-star at that time, but he could."
Because Melo ain't make an all-star team for like 3 years before that. Like Westbrook is an all-star player. He's an all-star. He didn't make the all-star team last year because he was injured, but he's an all-star.
Yeah, he's a perennial all-star. He makes it every year, and he's now the king of triple doubles. No, but that's 3 franchises already destroyed. Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron left.
Mm-hmm.
The Hornets, not the Hornets, the Pelicans, Anthony Davis left, and Westbrook. He been going from 2 teams already. He been flying around. But let's just go to recent team.
I want to ask you, were the big 3 Celtics a super team? The big 3 Celtics?
Which one?
With KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. Yeah, they were.
No,
old,
that
they were
no,
all-stars.
that wasn't a super team because those
Nah,
guys.
they were. Come on, they were.
No, because look, the only legit top 5 guy on it was what you call it, KG.
But what does that mean? Paul Pierce is still a top 5.
Because in order to be a super
Ray
team,
Allen was still a
you
top 10
gotta
shooting
in
guard.
order to be a super team, you can't have guys like, what's the best way to say it? Second tier all stars. You can't be like a top 30, a top 40 player. We're talking about top 5 to top 10. Maybe you can make a case if you have two, if you have one top 10, one top 5 player, one top 10 player, then you can make a case if you go top 15, but no past that.
But you just said if you get drafted, you're not a super team. Ray Allen was traded. KG was traded. They were still, top 10 their position. So how are they not a super team?
They weren't top 10 players in the league.
I said top 10 their position. In their position.
They weren't top 10 players in the league.
It doesn't matter. They were still top 10.
Yes, it did, because guess what? Nobody looked at that unfair advantage because a lot of those guys got together when it was on their last leg. Or they was looked upon as getting together on their last leg. Ray Allen wasn't a top 10 player in the league.
I never said top 10 player. I said top 10 in their position.
That's the dang about super teams. You got to be a top 10. I just said a top 10 or a top 5. In some occasions, you can make, if you have 2 top 10 or top 5 players and you just add a top 15, then it's still a super team.
Okay, but Zach made a good point. Is Westbrook a top 10 player right now, by your logic?
Yes.
What? He's a top 10 player right now?
Yes. Westbrook is a top 10 and top 15. But then at the same time, you get LeBron and AD. They two top 5 players. And you adding a potential top 10 or a top 15 player. Some people would tell you Westbrook's a top 10 player. Some people would tell you a top 15. You can't have a guy that, much as we sit there and talk about him stat padding, at the end of the day, the guy is king of triple doubles. It's not something that everybody doing. If everybody was doing it, it was that easy. Everybody would have been broke that Oscar Robertson record.
Zach, the Cavs were a super team. The Cavs were one. Kevin Love was the best power forward argument in the NBA at the time.
Exactly.
Kyrie was the top 5 point guard in the NBA, and LeBron was the best player in the NBA. The Cavs were a super team. If you don't, and J.R. Smith was a former 6th man of the year. If you don't think the Cavs were a super team with Love,
but J.R. Smith don't make them a super team, bro. It was the fact that they had the superstars on it.
I know, but I'm just saying. I know, but if you're saying the Cavs were not a super team, and with Kyrie, Love, and LeBron, you're crazy. Mm-hmm. They were a super team. Let's be honest. Come on, the Cavaliers were going 12. Come on, I remember in 2016, Cleveland only lost like 2 games in the East, and I remember in 2017, Cleveland only lost like 1 game in the East. Mm-hmm. They were a super team. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, they toyed around with that Eastern Conference.
They almost swept the East in 2017. If it
they monopolized the Eastern Conference, G Money.
Exactly. If it wasn't,
they had all the best players.
Right. If it wasn't for Avery Bradley hitting a crazy game-winning 3 in 2017, the Cavs would have swept the East. The Cavs were a super team. Cleveland was a super team. Kevin Love was arguably the best power forward in the NBA. Kyrie was still like a top 3 to top 5 point guard at the time, and LeBron was the best player in the NBA. How are they not a super team?
Oh, yeah. And just for argument's sake, if you want to consider the 2008 Celtics a super team, it still adds to if you want to add them to the list, fine. But guess what?
Kevin Love wasn't a top 5 player.
They still won a championship.
It doesn't matter, Zach. It doesn't matter. Kevin Love was still a top 5 player in his position, and Kyrie Irving was still like a top 10 and top 15 player in the NBA. You don't have to be, in my opinion, you don't always have to be like top 15. In the NBA, I'd be like top 10 or top 5 in your position. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Be like a super team. That's what I'm saying. Kevin Love is still. It doesn't matter that he wasn't top 15. That don't mean nothing. The Cavs are still a super team. Look at the Eastern Conference, man. They were running through the Eastern Conference. You can't tell me a team that goes 12-2 in the East in 2016, 12-1 in the East in 2017. You can't, and you tell me that's not a super team. That team was.
Now. Okay, to answer your question, Zach, about Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, they were good players, but their longevity proved that they weren't really that dominant. They got their one championship. That was their 1 year to come together to win the championship. KD used out all of his years. I mean, Kevin Garnett used out most of his prime in Minnesota, and he came to Brooklyn. He came to the Boston Celtics for a championship. because he know he wasn't going to win one in Minnesota, you know. So it's different, man. It'd be a different story if all them guys were technically all in their prime, really, and they came together. You know, when you're in your prime, that's your best years when you really at your best. I can't really say that wasn't Ray Allen at his best. He was still good, but that wasn't the best version of Ray Allen. Best version of Ray Allen for me was probably the Milwaukee Bucks Ray Allen.
Oh, and by the way, Hoop is wrong. Carmelo Anthony made the All-Star team in 2017, so Hoop is actually wrong. So, in my personal opinion, I think OKC, to me, with Paul George All-Star, Melo All-Star, you can argue Superstar, with Russ MVP, I thought the Thunder were a super team, but they were failed. I thought they were a super team, but they were a failed one. So, Hoop is actually wrong. Melo made an All-Star team in 2017. So Melo was still an All-Star at the time. Paul George was still an All-Star at the time. Westbrook was an MVP. They were a super team. They just underachieved. The Thunder were a super team. Let's remember, Melo and Paul George were traded too. Don't forget about that. They were traded there. So that team was a super team in my opinion, but they were a failed one. You can have a super team and not always win. Example, the 90s Rockets. I remember Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, Scott.
Okay, that wasn't a super team, bro.
You don't think so?
No, that was not a super team. That had 2 All-Stars and role players.
Okay, fine. Maybe fine. They were not a super team. Okay.
I mean, that's damn near the basic criteria of what winning was for most teams.
Okay, but what
you
about
had your Batman, you had your Robin, then you had a bunch of sidekicks.
Okay, but what about Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, and Clyde Drexler? That was a super team, right?
No, because some guys were out of their prime then.
So I'm not going to be out of your prime to be a super team all of a sudden?
You have to be a perennial all-star. You got to be in your prime. I just said
Barkley was still an all-star. Clyde Drexler was still an all-star. Hakeem Olajuwon was still an all-star.
They're gonna be considered all-stars mainly sometimes because of their name, but they weren't. Charles Barkley was not at his best on the Houston Rockets. Those guys got together just to win the championship. If you see how they played when they was on that team, did that look like prime Charles Barkley to you?
Well, what does that mean? Like, he still was a decent player. What does that mean? Like,
he was a solid player. He's always going to be a solid player because he's an all-time great. Yeah, just like Jordan coming back playing on the Wizards, right?
No, of course,
hold on for a minute. Jordan coming back playing on the Wizards was a solid player, right?
Right.
All right, but that doesn't mean that was Jordan at his best. You know, it's the same thing like Charles Barkley. That wasn't Charles Barkley at his best.
He's not going to be at his best when you're playing with Clyde Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon.
He wasn't at his best because he was old and he was done.
Yes, age factors in, but it's also the players you're playing with, though. Because when you're like the second or third banana, you're not going to be the same player, though.
I know that, but he still wasn't Charles Barkley, bro.
I'm not saying he was Charles Barkley at the time, but I'm saying that he was still kind of an all-star caliber player. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I mean, you can make that case, but bro, that wasn't a super team, though, man.
I think they kind of were. They kind of were, but they were a failed one. I think they kind of were.
But yeah, man. Though that bro, if that was a super team, people would have been mentioning it, you know. And it would have been one of those things where people was irate and they say, "Oh, you know what? They're going to win regardless of what." You know why people don't say that is because if you get together when you all old or almost on your last leg, people don't look at that as a super team.
Okay,
we want to see you. We got to see you in your prime, and you got to be dominant in your prime. Now, I know what you're saying. You may say, "Hey, the Lakers don't qualify for a super team right now because LeBron is almost coming on his last leg.
Westbrook's getting old. So what's the argument then?"
Yeah, but here's the thing: LeBron James is the guy he's the anatomy. He's defining time because we're still saying he's the best player in basketball, even though technically he's supposed to be out of his prime, right? So if you're the best player in basketball and you're teaming up with a guy that's arguably a top 5, Anthony Davis, then you're teaming up with a guy that's top 10 or top 15, that is a super team because all those guys are still considered the best player in the league.
But you just said top 10 and top 15. Okay, but I'm just going by your logic. All right.
I'm just saying, you got 2. You got LeBron and AD, 2 top 5.
Super team.
Look, LeBron and AD, simple. LeBron and AD, 2 top 5 players. Then you got Westbrook, still in his prime, top 10 or top 15 player. That's a super team.
No, I agree with that. Yes, I do think they were a super team. I'm just saying is that not every super team wins. That's what I'm trying to say. Not
Oh,
every
okay.
super team wins. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand and also get Hoop to understand. Again, LeBron and KD are not the only players to play on a super team. They're not. All right, there's been super teams before.
No, not like that, bro.
What does that
Those
mean? They're still super teams?
those aren't super teams.
Yes, they
What
were.
you trying to say? What you trying to say is not super team though. Why you think when people get an uproar and we talk about these modern day super teams because we never seen it before. You have never seen players jump from team to team and come together like that. You have never seen that before.
Dominant super teams, yes, LeBron and KD have played on those dominant. I give you that. But let's not act that they weren't any other super team other than the Heat and the KD Warriors. Let's not act that.
In that format, if you want to, the term super team only came from when LeBron did that, not one, not two, and everybody got together in that format. When you if you build a team that's just been great, kicking everybody's ass, that's a dynasty. That's not a super team. If I draft you, and you draft me, and we draft a bunch of other players, we just organically come better than everybody. That's not a super team. I didn't tuck you from another franchise when you won MVP.
Okay, but when I
won all this
told
other
you
stuff
about the Lakers with Kareem and Magic, Kareem was taken from the Bucks. Like,
Kareem was one.
I don't understand it though.
Kareem was one player. The rest of the team was drafted.
Okay, and for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kyrie was drafted by the Cavs. LeBron was.
That's one again. That's one player. Kyrie was already an all-star when they got together.
And Kareem was already an all-star. In fact, he was an
exactly.
MVP
Hold on.
Magic.
Hold on. Kareem was an all-star, but the rest of the team was drafted though. That's the big difference.
Man. Oh boy.
LeBron was already proven. Kyrie Irving was already proven all-star. Kevin Love was already a proven all-star. Now Kyrie was drafted on the Cavaliers, but he was already a proven all-star by then. It's a big difference. Then he had two other guys coming from other teams. This is the player movement of what I'm talking about.
No, I understand that.
Kareem was just one player that got to a drafted team.
What does that mean? He still got traded there. And Magic was
one player. Yes, he got traded there. One player.
And
Magic got drafted
too. And so
no, he was not.
What?
Magic was drafted. He had to
be drafted.
Magic could have been a flop. Magic could have been a flop. Magic could have been
Kyrie, but he's not.
Exactly, but they were drafted.
What does that mean? Like, you could be. What does that mean? Like,
what you mean? I'm just telling you what that means. I'm telling you flat out what that means. If a guy is drafted on a team, you cannot say that's a super team. He was drafted. Okay, he could have been a flop. He could have been a bust. He could have been anything. He organically got good on that team. He went through the ranks of getting good on that team. Now, Magic Johnson was Magic Johnson. He came out the gate being good, but that doesn't mean it's a super team just because Magic Johnson was not proven. Magic Johnson was not a proven player from another team. Magic Johnson became proven on the Los Angeles Lakers, a team that drafted him. Okay, Kyrie Irving was drafted by the Cavaliers, yes, but he was already an all-star. He was already final all-star MVP. LeBron noted that. That's why LeBron went over there. So LeBron went over there. LeBron's already proven one of the great basketball players of all time. Kevin Love was already a proven all-star. Those guys went to one team, depleting other teams. Kareem going to one team is not depleting competition because Magic Johnson didn't get drafted.
Bro, they went to 9 finals in the West. 9.
Magic Johnson didn't get taken away from another team, depleting it. This is what we call about super teams. All right. This has been a perfect example of a super team. If Magic was already proven, and he went to play with Larry Bird, and Larry Bird went and got Hakeem Olajuwon. That's a super team. All those guys would have been proven all-stars from another franchise coming together as one. When you do that, you're not only depleting competition in the NBA, you're hurting the league at the same time because it's giving almost no chance for a team to win.
Okay, that doesn't make sense. The KD,
it makes a lot of sense because when you do that, when KD went to the Warriors, they were almost everybody in their when KD went to the Warriors, everybody in their grandmother thought that said that team was going to win the championship.
Doesn't matter. The Houston Rockets took him 7 games, and it wasn't for a Chris Paul injury, they may have won.
They still didn't win though
because they didn't have their point guard. Like
it doesn't matter. They still didn't win at the end of the day. At the end of the day, winning is the main result. KD went, just like we be talking about. We could sit here and talk about what ifs all we want, but the main thing is the Houston Rockets lost. All right. Even though they got pushed to the limit, they still lost. All right. And Golden State Warriors were a legit dominant team when KD went there, and they went to the finals every single year. All right, depleting competition because there was only there was only one team that was going to go to the finals 90% of the time, and that was the Golden State. That was the Golden State Warriors. They did. They went there 4 years in a row.
I agree with that point. I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying that during that year, I felt the Rockets could beat them. I felt the Thunder had a chance.
Okay, you felt, but they didn't do it.
All right, let's not say the Warriors didn't get lucky.
That's a good thing. I could sit there and say, I think this team should have beat this team, but they didn't do it.
Okay, but I want to ask you. You said the Warriors were a super team, right? But Stephen Curry was drafted too, and Draymond Green, right? So
the Warriors were a super team when Kevin Durant went there. They weren't a super team.
But that's one guy too, right? So what we're saying, that's one guy.
Kevin Durant was already proven. The team, everybody on that team
was proven too before Kareem.
No. Magic was drafted. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson was already proven. They were already perennial all-stars. All right. That team won 73 games.
What that don't matter. They lost.
I'm just telling you their accomplishments. They won 73 games and they won a championship prior to KD. KD coming there makes a third all-star. Okay. And you wanted to add Draymond Green at the time, fine. But that was a super team for that simple fact because there was already creating an unfair advantage. That's why people.
I can't say unfair. I don't.
It was an unfair advantage.
I can't say
guess
unfair
what?
to go 7 games. I can't say that.
Guess what? Okay, but they won, and the minute KD went to that team, went to that team, they won the very first year.
But what does that mean? What does that mean? Because
they were already proven. You're adding another guy to that team that's arguably a top. That wasn't even a top 5. KD was considered next to LeBron as the best player in the league. Some people thought KD was better. So if you add the best player in the game with already a proven unanimous MVP with Steph Curry, see keyword proven. He was already in his prime, proven. Klay Thompson already in his prime, proven. Okay, that's different from Magic Johnson being drafted to a team for his first year. Magic Johnson was drafted in 1980. All right.
They were still all-star, so I don't know where he's going with this.
It's not like Magic was winning championships already.
I never said that.
That's why I'm trying to tell you. It's not like Magic Johnson was winning championships already and was already dominant and winning.
You don't have to win a title to be proven. That's what I'm trying. That's what Zach and I are trying to say. You don't have.
I know that.
So
but Magic, I know that. Here's my thing. I know that. All right, but Magic is a complete different situation. Okay, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, guys were already winning. They're already proven. Magic Johnson had to prove himself. That's a big difference. Okay, Magic Johnson drafted in 1980. He could have been anything. He had to prove himself. All right, Steph Curry was already proven. He was already finished goods. It's like food in the oven. It was already baked. All right, so you had Steph Curry, you had Klay Thompson, then you had Kevin Durant. That almost was a no-brainer for a championship.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think they're unbeatable. That's my opinion. I don't think they're unbeatable.
Well, hey, guess what? I don't. The only time they ever lost was when KD went down. That was
okay, then by your logic, did Kawhi make the Raptors unbeatable? Because if you're going to use injuries to downgrade Golden State,
no, we're not using. Now you're flipping the script. You're flipping the script. You're flipping the script. I'm not talking about injuries.
I'm just an excuse. Oh, KD went down.
No, that's not an excuse. I'm just saying. The only time that they lost was when.
It don't matter. They still.
The only time they lost. No, listen, they lost. Yes, they lost. All right, they only lost one time out of that whole streak. Okay, and that one time was when Kevin Durant wasn't there. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying. All right, so they're already proven. They already won multiple championships. Them losing to the Raptors is whatever at that point. They're already proven. Just like you just said, Steph Curry not making the playoffs, getting beat by Ja Morant is nothing to you because he's already proven. He's already showing that he can win. Right?
Okay.
His legacy is already proven. So it doesn't. Nobody's taking away from the fact that players were hurt. I don't do injuries. I don't do excuses. Okay, you either win or you don't. You know,
I get that,
Clay not a role. Clay not a role player.
Clay's not, here's what I think. Clay's not a superstar, but he's an all-star. He's not a superstar though.
No question. He's an all-star, but he's not a role player neither. Zach just said he was a role player.
I don't know about that, Zach. He's not a role player. Is he a superstar? No, he's not. He's not a number one option. He's a number 2 or 3 at best. But Clay is an all-star at best. He's not a role player.
You know,
I get what you're saying, Prince, but it's like, look, you can have your opinion that KD made him unbeatable. I don't think they were. I'm sorry. I don't think.
I mean, hey, but they at the end of the day, G Money, they won though.
I understand that, but you can win, but doesn't mean you're unbeatable. Unbeatable means no team has a chance to beat you. So it's like, I'm sorry.
You think that even do you think that team fully healthy? Well, fully healthy, nobody has still proven to beat them. So we will never know the answer now because the team broke up. But when they were fully healthy, nobody never beat them.
I understand that, but if you're going by that logic, okay. If you're going by the logic, Durant made him unbeatable. I guess Kawhi made the Raptors unbeatable because no one beat him when he was in Toronto. By your logic, right?
No, because that's different. Nobody looked at the Raptors and said the Raptors was like some big super team. I'm talking about super teams and ones that we look at that say, hey, they're unbeatable, especially when they're healthy. We're doing the same thing right now for the Nets. Okay, we're saying
they haven't played yet.
We're saying if the Nets are fully healthy, they're going to win the championship, right?
I don't know. I can't just say yes.
Well, okay, let's just put it this way: if the Nets are fully healthy, they go to the finals, right?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, so, but that's an opinion. They could lose, right?
All right, then. Yeah, we got a chance to see if they're going to prove us right or wrong. But for the most part, when we're looking at those teams, we're going to sit there and say, hey, those guys fully healthy. Nobody beats them. You know, same thing. We're doing this right now. The same logic we're applying is going on for these two teams with the Lakers and Nets. Everybody's picking the Lakers and Nets to win if they're fully healthy.
But they can very well lose. That's what I'm saying. You can't. Yes, I do think they'll get there, but there's a chance the Bucks can beat the Nets. There's a chance the Heat can beat the Nets. There's a chance the Suns can beat the Lakers. I can't just say.
Oh yeah, there's a chance for anything in life. You know,
certain things are not everything. Not everything's a chance. Certain things, not everything.
You get. I'm talking about in sports. Okay, everybody has a fighter's chance in sports.
I disagree.
That's what they call it.
It depends on matchup. If you have a good matchup, you may win. If not, you're done. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying that not every.
But no, that's the miracle of sports.
That's what I'm saying.
Sports is always a puncher's chance. Everybody has a puncher's chance in sports, and a puncher's chance means a low chance. All right, but that's the miracle of sports: is underdog versus the big dog. You know, for a lot of parts. That's just one aspect to it. Okay, you look at a fight and a guy does the impossible. He beats somebody that you never thought that he would probably beat. That's part of sports. Sports always been. That's what always makes sports competitive and fun to watch. If sports was just the best guy is always going to constantly win. Then
I didn't say that the best team does not always win.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it depends on matchup. If you don't match well with your opponent, you're done. If you can match well with your opponent, you can win.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The best team does not always win, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, Zach, they are a super team because they were already proven. That's my point. Okay, it'd be a different story. I know those guys were drafted outside of KD, but they were already a proven team with elite perennial all-stars. And then you add another one that is a super team.
I mean, yes, I do agree the Warriors were a super team. I just don't believe that KD made them unbeatable. I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay. I mean, that's what we're talking about. So let's just get down to the foundation of it, because Zach looked like he's talking about who was super teams or not. Me and you not even disagreeing on who was super teams or not. I think we already know who's a super team. Our disagreement right now is
you think super teams are unbeatable. I don't. Right.
Okay. Yeah. That's what we come down.
There could be a team out there that can match you, and also sometimes you can get overconfident, and sometimes you can lose. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and again, I respect that. I respect that. But
if you're unbeatable, no team has a chance. If you're unbeatable, no matter what you say, Prince, yes, the Rockets lost, but the fact is they still took them to 7 games.
and
Yes.
that's good. You know,
So
that was a good thing, but that was a good thing. But at the end of the day, they still lost, though.
I understand that, but look how you lose sometimes.
Yeah.
Again, a loss is a loss. But example, LeBron got destroyed in 2017.
Oh, wait.
James
What did you
Harden
just
took-
say? Hold
LeBron-
on. What
the
did you
Cavs
stop
got
for a minute?
destroyed
Stop for a
in
minute.
20
Stop for a minute. You just said a loss isn't a loss, right? A win that also a win isn't just a win. Sometimes it's how you do it, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay, then. So this is why when we rank players like LeBron James, it's how you do it that counts, that matters.
True, but I also look at resume. I also look at his resume a little bit. I also look at his resume a little bit.
Exactly. So this is why you see we go in on guys that be winning on these super teams like that.
I agree. Listen. I agree with that. Again, I'm not being a LeBron fan. I'm not, but I'm saying is that to be fair, LeBron did win without a super team with the Lakers in 2020. Let's be honest. The Lakers were not a super team.
Oh yeah, nobody's debating that. You are right. You are right. You know, you're 100% right on that. I give you that. You know, I give you that.
I'm just saying that I don't think the KD Warriors were super. Excuse me. I meant to say I don't think the KD Warriors were unbeatable. That just
okay. All right. I mean, hey, you know, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that. But
that's fine.
Yeah, I just personally think that team, nobody was gonna beat them for that run.
I mean,
for that time.
That's what you think. At the end of the day, yes, they
and,
had a lot of talent.
And I was right for the most part. I was right for the most part because not only did they win, they won multiple championships together. And I honestly believe if Kevin Durant played in 2019, I think they would have won.
Well, that's opinion based. We will never get to know.
I know that's opinion based, but we do that all the time. You know, just like when you sit there and say, "Hey, if Kawhi didn't get hurt, I thought they would have beat what that team was, the Suns."
That's kind of hard for me to say because here's the thing.
What was it? You or Hoop Facts saying that?
No, that was Hoop Facts. I never said that. Hoop thinks Kawhi they would have won, but here's the difference: the Mavericks won 7 games with the Clippers with a healthy Kawhi. So I look back in that season and I said to myself, the Suns could have had an opportunity to beat them even with him. Because here's why: Paul George would not have played the same way with Kawhi. Reggie Jackson would not have played the same way with Kawhi. Same thing with Terrence Mann. So that's why I think that the Suns could start beating him. And don't forget, Chris Paul had the virus, though. Remember, he missed the first 2 games. If you have a healthy Suns team, don't you think Chris Paul could have played better in that series? They were struggling to contain freaking Luka Doncic. So, like, if they were struggling to contain Luka Doncic, how did they stop Chris Paul? And remember, Devin Booker broke his nose in that series. If you have a healthy Booker,
I don't know. You know, here's the thing about that. You're gonna find this a little shocking. Luka is a more harder matchup to stop than Chris Paul anyway.
When it comes to scoring, yes, but I'm saying that Chris Paul's still crafty. That's what I'm trying to say. And also, Devin Booker, when healthy, can get you buckets. Can hit the mid-range to 3. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm trying to say is, again, it's likely the Clippers win with Kawhi, but I can't prove that because you got to look at the Mavericks series. You can't just ignore that the Mavs took them 7 games with a healthy Kawhi. And Ty Lue, sometimes his adjustments are inconsistent sometimes. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I felt that the Suns could have won even with Kawhi. The Brooklyn Nets and Milwaukee Bucks is different. If the Nets are fully healthy, they beat the Bucks. That's a fact. The Milwaukee Bucks needed no disrespect to Milwaukee, but needed 7 games to be the injured Nets team. Anyone who thinks the Bucks would have beat a healthy Nets team last year, you don't know basketball. The Nets would have beat the Bucks.
Well, hey, we agree on that. You know what I mean? We agree on that. But yeah, man. Just to put it this way, super teams aren't unbeatable. Okay, anybody could be beaten.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, but let's just put it this way: it's extremely hard to beat.
Very good. I respect that.
Okay,
I respect.
All right,
part I did not respect it. No offense, but the hard to beat, I can understand that. It's hard to game plan against a super team, but you still have a shot if you match well with that team. That's what I'm saying. Because sometimes you can miss shots, sometimes turnovers, sometimes injuries. It's like, or sometimes you can just get overconfident. That's why I believe super teams are not unbeatable. Tell that to the Miami Heat in 2011. Everyone.
Oh no.
Unbeatable,
here's the thing. I wasn't saying they unbeatable, like nobody could stop them. My thing is, I'm just saying that 9 out of 10 times they're going to win for the most part. Sooner or later they're going to win. Like you just said it yourself. You just said, we all know either the Nets or Lakers are going to win, right? at
I
some point.
believe that. I
Yeah.
believe that, but I can't say we all know because who knows? Maybe. Listen, I'm not saying the Suns will beat the Lakers. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that don't be surprised that they do. The Bucks still have some size. The
Oh, yeah.
Heat, I don't think the Heat will beat the Nets, but they have a chance because they have the depth and the defense. That's what I'm saying. So I can't say we know that. If you talk about the Eastern
Bro,
Conference,
I mean, all we could do is predict who's going to win because we got to see them play first.
true.
But it does not look good for the rest of those teams. I'm just gonna put it out loud. The Bucks, I don't see the Bucks beating the Nets.
I'm not saying they will. I said
I know. I know. You just elaborated on why we know the Bucks really can't beat the Nets. If the Bucks can't do it, the rest of those teams, right? No, let's put it this way: the only way the Nets lose if they're in the same scenario again next season, most likely for them.
I don't want to use the injury. Injury. I don't use that. I mean,
I'm not using it, but that realistically, come on.
No, if they're healthy, I think the Nets would win. I just don't think they would like sweep the Bucks. I'm not saying they're
no, I don't think
they're not sweeping the East. Let's be honest though.
Yeah,
they're not going to go 12-0 in the East. Let's relax though. I do think they'll win the East. Do I think the Bucks can beat the Heat? They have a good chance. They still have some good chance. Do I think they will? That's tough. That's very, very tough. That's very tough because Miami made some good moves getting Tucker, Morris, Lowry. That's tough. That can go either way. I'm saying that I don't think the Nets and the Lakers are invincible. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I mean, did I give that impression off to you that I was saying they're unbeatable, like they can't be touched? Is that what you were saying?
I mean, look, I don't mind. Look, I think the Lakers and Nets will make the finals. I'm just saying that there still is a chance, depending on who they see, depending on matchup, that they can lose. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All about matchups.
Cool. Okay. I thought you. I think you got me a little confused. You probably thought I was saying like they're unbeatable. Like there's no way that
Like you're saying, if health and no one can beat them. That's what you're implying. I disagree.
No, yeah, I think
the finals. I'm
gonna stick to that because I think if they fully healthy, I think nobody beats them. But still, we gotta have to wait to see. If you give me a fully healthy Brooklyn squad, I think nobody beats them. The same thing with the Lakers, but only time will tell.
Okay.
Yeah, but only time will tell. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're unbeatable. I'm just saying as of right now, I mean. If you're looking at the way the game is, the way every team is constructed, I think the Lakers, barring injuries,
or chemistry problems,
all chemistry problems, yeah. I think they're still the best team in the West, and I think the Nets are the best team in the East, and I think the championship is going to be either one of those teams, So that's all I'm saying, because all I could when I do things, I go by now and right now. I'm not going to go by 2 years from now. I'm not going to go by the past. I only go by the present. Everything I do is by the present. So if I'm looking at
I don't think the Warriors can beat the Lakers. I like Ben Simmons, but Ben is not going to be Ben's not enough to beat the Lakers. Because here's the thing. Klay Thompson still going to come back from a ACL and Achilles. And here's the thing. The Warriors bench is not that good. Because here's the thing. At least for the Laker bench, you still got Wesley, you still got Wayne Ellington that can shoot. Melo can shoot. Malik Monk is still deep.
He said, "Nice pinky ring." Wait, when you see that, you see this?
Good pinky ring, though. And also the fact, look, the Warriors. Listen, they could beat the Lakers, but they're not going to. So
that's what we're saying. A lot of teams could, but it all just comes down to we think so. What I mean? I don't think.
I don't see it, man. If Klay, I don't see it. They don't have enough depth. If the Warriors had more depth, maybe. But the fact that this team isn't deep enough. Klay still had injuries. And again, I don't know if Ben Simmons and Draymond would work. I don't know if that would work. I do think if they get Ben, I would personally trade Draymond because you can't have two non-shooters on the court.
That's true. But, man, this is interesting. This is see how this plays out. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got Lakers and Nets winning going to the finals. I mean, I think – even sometimes, look, Miami Heat didn't have all the best chemistry, in their first year when they had that big three, but they still were able to get to the finals on talent alone. Sure. So either one of those teams still could get to the finals on talent alone, even if they're not really that good of a team, So we'll see though. We'll see how it plays out.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's been fun, G Money. It's been fun on this one. This has been a good one because we've been able to chop it up, talk about super teams and all that other good stuff. It was fun, man. And I pick and choose who I like to debate because some people are just crazy,
Right.
and I just let them talk. But for you, I would definitely talk to you about sports for hours because I like talking about sports to you. You know what I mean?
Thank
And it's a good back and forth.
And another thing that
if I'm
annoys
debating
me,
you, I have to respect you first.
thank you. Another thing that annoys me, I don't mind if we disagree, but don't disagree to disagree. That's another thing that people just do. They just like argue to argue. That annoys me. Like,
Yeah.
don't just. I mean, I know you don't. I'm just saying people in general.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, but yeah, man, we out of here, man. Everybody that joined, it was fun, man. We had a good time, man.
Right.
Y'all take it easy, be safe out there, man.
You
Have
too.
a good one.
You too.
All right. Peace. We out. Samurai still said the Nets ain't going. Yo, I don't know, man. You want to put something? You want to put a bet or something on it, man? Whatever you want to do when the season start, hit me up. We could do a bet or something. We had some fun with it, man. It's all fun and games here, man. We just talking sports. Peace, y'all. We out.